Miss Brooke, who are these two adorable young boys?
My boys.
And they go to school?
Yes.
And you were picking them up from school?
Yes.
On what date?
I picked them up on February 1st, 2018.
They were already in the car?
Yes.
And you were driving?
Yes, Your Honor.
How far away from the school were you?
Within feet of the school.
How many feet? From where to where?
From like here.
From where you are?
So standing from where I am to that door.
12 to 15 feet.
Yes, Your Honor.
And how many children go to that school?
Probably like 500 kids.
And the children all get out at the same time?
Yes, Your Honor.
What time?
They get out at 3 o'clock.
And there are a lot of parents that pick up their children from school?
Yes.
By car?
Yes.
So if I were a parent picking up my child from school, I would be traveling about 2 miles an hour, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Around the school. That's slow until I got away from it. This is what your case is about. According to you, on February 1st of this year, you picked up your boys at school, and the defendant's little girl came running out, darting out into the road, collided with your car. And when she collided in your car, she broke your mirror on your car.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the little girl ended up being taken away in an ambulance.
Yes.
And had a fractured clavicle and severe bruising requiring stitches to her chin. I assume you have all those medical records for you to
Yes, and
look
I have
at.
pictures as well.
Just a second. And now what your lawsuit is you want her mother to pay for the mirror on your car.
Yes, Your Honor. She collided. I was going very slowly, and it was a side impact. I did not hit her. She ran into me, and she was going against the crossing guard, going in an area where you're not supposed to be crossing at all. And I heard the crossing guard scream, "Stop!" And that's the moment that she hit my vehicle.
You understand that just by the expression on my face, if you are an intelligent woman, you understand that you have an uphill battle with me. Because you're in a school zone, you're in a school area, you've just picked up your 2 toddlers. What's his name?
Tyler.
Now, if someone else were picking up Tyler at school, and you got a call that Tyler was in the hospital because he was crossing the street to get into the car that was waiting to pick him up, and he had a fractured clavicle, and he had bruising and stitches, he needed stitches on his face, would you think that the person who hit him should have been more cautious?
No, not if you understand the scenario and the situation. There's a video that I have.
I'd like to see it. Just say, I don't see what you...
What I'm sharing with you, I took that video when there was no cars there, but that's the entrance and the exit to the car. Going back, it's a 2-way lane.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. Neither does anybody else who's watching this.
If I could explain, it's a 2-lane road. One is going southbound to go into the school, and the other is going northbound, going out. The cars are completely...
I
was going northbound.
You were
and
going
I was going
out of the
extremely slow.
Just a second. You were going out of the school.
I was going out of the school. I passed the school fence, so it happened a few feet out of the school. I was going
15 feet.
I was going extremely slow, and then all the cars on that side, it's car after car after car. It is not a school, an area to cross. Where Emmy had crossed is not an area to cross. There's a multitude of car after car after car after car. There is no crossing guard standing over there. I'm on the opposite, going very, very, very slow.
Very, 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 very slow.
Yes, I was going extremely slow.
Explain, if you were going so slowly, explain her broken clavicle. Listen to me, without talking. If you're going so slowly and the child hits your mirror so that you're practically at a standstill, because that's the way you should be when you're exiting a school where 500 children are coming out of a school, whether they're crossing at a crossing place or not, where they're crossing at a crossing space where they're supposed to cross or not. You're the parent, you're the grown-up. Kids sometimes cross where they're supposed to, sometimes kids cross where they're not supposed to. Until I don't see any children anymore, I'm gonna be crawling out of here. So if she hits your car, if she runs into your car, she can't run with the speed to cause her clavicle to break unless your car is also moving. And it may not have been going 30 miles an hour, maybe it was going 10 miles an hour, but fast enough for you to injure her. Because if your car wasn't moving that fast, she wouldn't have been that injured. I don't know if she was that injured. I'm going to take a look.
It was a side impact. It was not a front impact.
Sure.
It was a side impact. There was nothing.
Just a sec. Show me how it was a side. I'm curious. I would like to see how it was a side impact.
May I show you the picture?
Absolutely. Because that would have meant that she ran into your car seeing it, because the mirror is in the middle of your car.
She literally ran into the car. And the moment that she smacked against my car, I promptly stopped. It was a side impact. It was not any front impact.
Just a second.
That is my mirror that she fell completely off.
You can't tell this was a side impact. How can you tell this was a side impact?
That's exactly where it hit. And my entire side mirror fell off.
Well, I know it was your side mirror, but that doesn't mean that she ran into your side mirror. It means she collided with your side mirror.
Yes, that's exactly where it happened.
Okay.
And the car stopped on a dime. There was nothing I could do to avoid the situation. And I have also the crash report that speaks to that as well.
I'm more than happy to look at it.
Please.
Who are you?
I'm the crossing guard.
Good. Stand up, please. Tell me your name, sir.
Mark Masansnik.
Mr. Masansnik, you were the crossing guard?
That's correct.
Are you going to tell me that this little girl was crossing not where she's supposed to cross?
This little girl was ready to dart across the street. She's supposed.
No, don't tell me what she was ready for.
Okay.
I want you to answer my question first, and then I will elicit the information that I need. She was not crossing in a designated area.
Correct.
Did you see her when she was about to step off?
Yes, I did.
Did you tell her not to
I
cross?
yelled at her to stop.
The time you yelled at her to stop, did you see the plaintiff's car?
Yes, I did.
Did you yell at her to stop because you saw the plaintiff's car? The answer would be yes.
Yes.
Were you standing behind the plaintiff's car or in front of the plaintiff's car?
In front of the car.
So if plaintiff was paying attention, she would have seen Emmy about to cross the street, because we're talking about a 15-foot, that's what she testified to, that from where she was to where Emmy was about 15 feet. And how far from where Emmy was were you?
About 30 feet.
You're standing 30 feet away from Emmy. And how far away from Emmy was the plaintiff?
Actually, when she ran, right on top of her. She ran just as Miss Brooke was on top of her. She had no time to do anything.
Sit down.
Can I say something, please? Where she was coming out of, children do not come out of there. Where the fence ends is where 99% of the parents come pick if they're walkers, they're picking their kids up. No one is expecting a child to come out from where they're coming out from.
Then they're stupid. If 500 children are coming out of a school at the same time...
They are not coming out from there. That is not true. The children do not come out where this accident happened.
You're not paying attention. When 500 children are dismissed from a school at the same time, if they come out from under, over, underneath, aside from a fence at where they're supposed to cross, that's what parents are supposed to anticipate.
It was a side impact. I couldn't control what was happening.
Don't say a thing. Don't say a thing.
It was a side impact. I did not hit her. She ran right into me. As soon as she ran, I stopped. I did not see her because I didn't expect the child to come out where they're not supposed to.
That's your problem. That's exactly right. You did not expect her to come. She came out of the wrong place. She came out from a place she wasn't supposed to come. I buy it. 100%. I buy it. You're the grown-up. Anticipate an 8-year-old or a 9-year-old is going to come out, cross the street.
Not from the side.
Listen, she's not fixing your mirror.
No.
Get it through your head. She's not fixing your mirror. You should go like this. What a tragedy this could have been. What an absolute horrendous ending.
Just because a person is driving a car doesn't mean that person is wrong. It was a side impact.
Just a second. I didn't so far say you were wrong. I said to you, you're the grown-up. You're supposed to anticipate. And instead of suing her mother to fix your mirror, what you should be saying is, thank God I didn't kill her. Thank God my car didn't. Instead of her hitting her clavicle on the mirror, she could have hit her. If she was shorter, like Tyler, she would have hit her head on the mirror and would have been gone. And then if she were gone, would I have sued her mother for the damage to my mirror? I'm asking you a hypothetical question. What, instead of breaking her clavicle and causing some stitches, the collision between the child and your car killed her? Would you be suing her mother for the broken mirror on your car? I want you to think about your answer very carefully. I just want to find out who I'm dealing with. Instead of hurting her, you killed her. Would you be suing her mother to replace the mirror on your car?
You're making the implication that I hit her
no,
intentionally,
I'm not.
and I did not hit her
I'm not.
intentionally
Madam,
by any stretch.
Madam, I am not making that implication at all. I asked you a question which I will rephrase to you because perhaps you don't understand English.
Absolutely not.
Of course not.
I did not want her to get injured, and
no, listen to me.
immediately after I stopped, I did everything correctly. I
You're not
and did what I
answering my
had to
question.
do.
I'm going to get an answer to my question. Let us assume, for this hypothetical, that instead of Emmy being the size she is, instead of breaking her clavicle, killed her. My question is, would you be suing her mother to replace the mirror on your car? That is either a yes or a no.
I don't know. I'm not going to answer that.
Why
I'm
not?
gonna answer
It's the
that.
same. Why not?
Because it's not the same thing.
Oh, it's absolutely the same
It's
thing.
not
Well,
the
it would be different if it was your son's clavicle.
She ran into my vehicle.
Your case is dismissed. We're done. Now, you have a counterclaim.
Yes, I have a counterclaim.
Okay. I know you have a counterclaim, and she should have been more careful, and Emmy should have been crossing at a place where she was supposed to cross, right?
Correct.
Say
100%.
goodbye and say, I'm very lucky that my daughter was injured the way she was and wasn't seriously hurt and had 5 stitches, and next time she's going to cross at the green and not in between. She's going to cross where there's a guard. Are we finished? Perfect. I always get nervous when I see people with a whole lot of papers in front of them, especially people who have been in an ongoing custody problem for 2 years. So I'm going to simplify this for you, because sometimes in this job I have to handle cases that I know absolutely nothing about historically. I know everything about this case, despite the fact I've never seen you. The 2 of you were together, you had a child, and you separated in 2015. And since that time, there has been an ongoing acrimonious relationship which culminated just recently in a custody decision. So far, am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. And the custody decision was something that you didn't like because it awarded Mr. Kittle, according to what I read, 50-50 custody. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is something that you did not initially agree to.
It's okay with me that the decision was made.
That's not what I said. I said you did not initially agree with it. The answer is, if you initially agreed with it, it wouldn't have been in court for how long?
It's a year and a half, so almost
A year and a half. Because if you would agreed with, is it a boy or a girl?
A boy.
If you would agreed with your sons spending half the time with each parent, you wouldn't have been in court for a year and a half. That a fair statement?
Yes.
Okay. So now, this is what your lawsuit is for. First of all, how old was your son when you separated?
2.
And I'm not going to ask Ms. Kraft this question because she didn't give me a truthful answer when she swore to her complaint. How long were the 2 of you living together prior to separating?
3.5 years.
That is untrue, Judge.
What?
That is untrue.
Yeah, I read what you wrote here. Mr. Kittle,
Yes,
when
ma'am.
your son was born, was Ms. Kraft living with you?
Yes, she was.
Was his birth a natural birth?
Yes,
Who took her to the hospital?
I did.
Not her mother.
No, not her mother.
You did.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even know she said that.
Just a second.
I'm sorry.
Just a second.
Okay.
You did.
Yes.
I never said my mother took me. We were on our way to a barbecue at his father's house that day.
Listen to me. I don't believe a word of what's in your papers. Do you understand? You said, I never lived with him. I always lived with my mother, but all my things and my son's things were at his house just because.
Not all my things.
Let me see.
Some of my things.
Just a second. What you said was, Christopher and I dated for 4 years, have a 3-year-old son. We never lived together, but I was keeping my and my son's stuff there, furniture, TV, toys, etc., at his house because I was living with my mother.
Because we were planning on moving in together and getting married and having a
I don't
family.
believe what you're saying. Anyway, 2 years later, you want all this stuff back.
I wanted it back
I'm not
from day
asking you a
one.
question. I told you I don't believe you. You just have to understand. I read it. I didn't believe it when I read it. And I for sure don't believe it now. Because there's no question. Son was born. He drove you to the hospital. Who took her home from the hospital?
I did.
Of course.
I have a
And when
text-
if you want to make a fool of yourself, you can do that. I'll be more than happy to let you do that. When you took her home from the hospital with your son, was there a room ready for your son?
Yes.
Was there a crib there?
Yes.
Who bought it?
Her aunt bought the crib.
Her aunt bought the crib.
Right.
And had it delivered where?
To my house.
Her
That
aunt
is
who?
incorrect.
Her aunt who?
I don't remember her name. Her dad's sister. I don't remember her name. Laura, I think it is.
It was delivered to my house. It has the address, and I have a receipt with my address on it at my mother's house.
I don't care. I don't believe you. Neither did the family court judge. That's why he was awarded 50-50 custody.
I have a message from Christopher claiming that I never lived at his house.
Fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Now, if that's your case, was there a trial with regard to custody?
Yes, ma'am, there was.
Do each of you have an attorney?
Yes, ma'am, we did.
You have an attorney?
Yes.
How many witnesses did you call? Called yourself?
Yes.
Who else?
My mother.
Who else?
I think that was it. They also called police officers.
They called the police officers from an incident allegedly 2 years ago.
Yes.
And after the entire case, what happened to the temporary restraining order that you filed against him?
It got dismissed.
Dismissed. And how many allegations did you file against him with the Department of Children and Family Services?
2.
And what happened with those cases?
I'm not sure. I think
Nothing.
they were, nothing.
Nothing. And the judge, after you filed those cases, awarded him half custody. What days do you have your son with you?
It was 5 or 6 DCFS reports, and I have my kid Friday. Every Friday we swap, so it's 50-50. So I pick him up at 6 p.m. on Friday, and then, vice versa.
And how long has that been going on?
Since she did the order of protection on me, so 2 years.
So that's been in effect for 2 years.
Yes. They consolidated both the custody and the order of protection to save us some money.
When was this final order delivered by the court after the
March
trial?
31st. The judgment you're talking about, the custody judgment?
I'd like to see it, please.
Okay.
And the order of protection ended November 18th, 2016.
And I highlighted with the juicy stuff.
And I never objected
I'm not
to
s-
the 50.
I'm-
Sorry.
These were the findings of the court after a full trial. Although the parties never married, they lived together for the first 2 years of life and were engaged to be married. They split up in the fall of 2015, and mother moved in with her mother. After this case was filed, a temporary order of protection which provided for week-on, week-off parenting time. So that's what the judge found. I didn't even read this. After a full trial, that's what the court found, that you and defendant lived together.
So it doesn't even matter that he admitted I never lived with him and I have that message?
Listen to me carefully. It matters to me what the court found after a full trial.
But we're not here about custody right now because it's still an open case.
I'm not listening to you. I'm reading. You have another child from another relationship who was living with whom when you were living with Mr. Kittle?
With me and my mother, and we'd stay
Okay,
the night
so
at
the
Mr.
child-
Kittle's house.
I can't get a straight answer from you. Who was the child living with?
With me.
Her older child.
Yes.
He was not. He was
I'm not
attending
listening to
school in
you.
Belleville. He doesn't have any proof that I was living with him either, and I have
Very
proof
good. Your
that I
case is
wasn't.
dismissed, primarily because you didn't listen 3 times when I told you not to speak, but mostly because you have no case. And you better get used to the fact that when you make a baby with somebody, that baby has 2 parents. Not just, no, clearly you don't. Clearly you don't. Because after everything was done and you got a final custody decision, which I haven't even finished reading, but it was clear that the judge didn't believe a lot of what you said from my quick perusal of this decision. What happens, unless you learn to get along with each other and co-parent this child is, and I'm telling you from reading what little I did from this judge's order, he's going to end up with full custody of the child because this judge is not going to take nonsense from you. It's clear to me.
I'm telling the truth.
I'm just telling you, this judge who heard your case is not going to take nonsense from you. If you find a reason to fudge with the custody arrangement, because this man is not giving up. And what happens in situations like this is if there is an obstreperous parent who undercuts another parent, what's going to happen is you're going to lose custody of this child. I just want you to understand, I'm giving you the benefit of my crystal ball. He's keeping all the stuff that's in his house.
Even though
the
I have
judge found
receipts.
I don't care if you have receipts. I don't care if you have toilet paper from here to Pluto. The judge found that you lived together and that you were unemployed since 2008. Do you want me to read the finding?
Yes, my
Yeah,
mother
just-
bought
just
all the
right
items.
here.
I even have
Just-
bank statements.
Mother lives in Belleville with her mother, her brother, her 8-year-old son was born of a previous relationship. Mother is a student. She was last employed in 2008. So
a
that when you were
full-time
living with
student.
him, when you were living with him for 2 years, unless you had some other form of income, he was supporting you.
My mother.
Your case is dismissed.
Ma'am,
Listen to me. Listen to me.
He
Her
never
case
supported
is
anything of mine.
dismissed. I read your counterclaim, which you would never have filed but for this ridiculous lawsuit that she filed.
No.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Because I
just wanted it to be over.
What? You want it over.
Right.
I understand that,
Right.
and you're right.
I just want my property.
You can't have it. It's not yours.
It is mine. I
Your
have
case is
receipts for it,
dismissed.
and it
We're
was
done.
paid
Put her
for.
out. You're withdrawing your counterclaim, correct? Yes, you are.
Oh, well, the
Perfect.
deductible. Can I
Perfect.
just.
We're done. How old are you?
21. No, 22. I'm sorry, I just had
What?
a birthday. 22.
What do you do for a living?
I'm unemployed right now.
What do you do to occupy your time?
Take care of my family right now.
How do you support yourself?
Well, I actually work through temp services, but I had an injury on my leg, so I'm waiting on a call right back.
You're waiting on a call from whom?
The temp service that I work for,
How do you support yourself?
the temp service
You-
calls me when they have a job opening.
You said you're unemployed right now. This is your girlfriend. You have a child with your girlfriend. She's very pregnant again with another child. Is that right?
Yes.
You're 22, but you thought you were 21. All I want to know is, how do you support your family?
I work.
You just told me you were unemployed.
My name is in the system for temp service in Atlanta, Georgia. So when they have jobs, they call you.
Right now, you said you're unemployed, and I asked you a very simple question. When you're unemployed, you have no money because you don't have a job, and you have a girlfriend. Do you work?
No, ma'am.
Who doesn't work? And how old are you?
21.
21. And you have 2 children?
Yes.
And you're expecting a third, or you
No, I'm
have
expecting
one?
a second. I have
You're
one this
expecting a second. Who do you live with?
My fiance.
Just the 3 of you?
No.
Who else?
His mom and sister.
So you live with his mother?
Yes.
So your mother supports you?
Kind of, sort of.
What do you mean, kind of, sort of?
Because if I don't have it, then my mom helps me.
Don't you realize how ridiculous this all sounds? What does your mother do for a living?
She's a teacher.
She's a teacher, so she gets up every day and goes to work.
Yeah, I was working until I split my leg.
Listen to me. Zandori.
Zandor.
There's a certain routine of life, and I'm willing to blur the lines at the end of it, because I'm getting older. And even Bird has learned that, we were both very rigid at one point, but we both say there are shades of gray, But there are certain things that we know that if you're unemployed, don't know how to make a living, and you're living with your mother, you don't make 2 babies with somebody who is also unemployed, doesn't do anything, when you have a mother who would probably prefer that her 22 or maybe 21-year-old child, depending upon the answer to the question, move out and do his own laundry and not occupy the house and let her breathe a little bit. You have siblings?
Mm-hmm.
How many?
Yeah, I got one that lives with me.
What does he do?
No, she lives at home.
Does she work?
No, she just had a baby.
So let me understand this. Your mother, the school teacher, has 2 children who do nothing but stay home and make children that she supports. I'm just trying to figure this out. Do you understand how ridiculous that sounds to me? What's more ridiculous is that the 2 of you are fighting over him. Because this is a case of an assault. As if he was some sort of a prize. Sit down.
No.
You want to tell me about this fight that you had with Miss Dancer? I
Yes.
have a complaint and a cross-complaint about an assault. I have limited patience with both of you because did you know that when you started to date him, he had a girlfriend and a baby?
No, actually, I dated Mr. Nash first when I was 17 years old, when we were still in high school. So that's how I know Mr. Nash.
When did you stop dating him?
It lasted about 6 months from the summer to the winter.
Just a minute. Just give me the month and year.
Maybe about July 2014 to
You stopped dating
December
him?
2014.
So you weren't dating anymore in 2014?
No,
Were you dating him in 2014?
No, ma'am.
Did you have a child with him in 2014?
No, ma'am.
So what were you fighting about in 2000? This fight happened in 2017, right?
yes,
What month?
June 25th, 2017.
You hadn't had any contact with him since 2014?
I've had contact with him. My last point of contact with Zandor was the summer of 2016.
What kind of contact?
I called to say hello, and he hung up in my face.
And
And that was the end of that. I just decided to leave him alone.
He told me he had a girlfriend. He didn't say who.
So he hung up. So you didn't see him in 2016.
No,
Were you mad at him?
no.
Now, did you know that Miss Arnold had contacted him in 2016?
Yes.
How did you know?
I was standing beside him when she called.
And were you annoyed?
No, I just laughed.
At what?
Her. We was friends before,
Who was friends before?
me and Destiny.
Did you know that they had become a couple?
No,
You didn't know?
no,
Did you remain friends with her?
no. Before I contacted Xandor in 2016, we became distant, so I didn't know why.
Two of you. Oh,
Yes.
now you know why, because she was pregnant.
Or, yeah, she was dating my ex-boyfriend from high school.
So what?
Yeah,
Who cares? Listen to me. He's not a door prize. You got it?
yeah.
All right. So when did this assault take place?
Yeah, it was June 25th, 2017.
Where was it?
In Atlanta, Georgia, on the main street called Metropolitan Parkway.
Well, tell me what happened.
I was taking my witness and good friend, Blessing.
Yeah, the one with the attitude. Yeah, go ahead.
I was taking her home, and I hear pebbles hit my car. Next thing you know, I hear a big boom, and a brick hit my car door.
Put your hand down.
A brick hit my car door, and I stopped to pull over my car to assess my damage, and a brick came through, and it shattered my window, and the brick hit me in the face. I had to get out of my car, because at that time I couldn't drive. My face was bleeding. I have pictures of my injuries here.
Just a second. Do you have a police report?
Yes, I have a police report.
Just a second. I'd like to see the police report, because that story that you just told me is different from what was written in this complaint.
At that time.
Could I please see the police report?
Yes.
So you were bleeding in the face from being hit with either glass or a brick or something.
Yes. And
righty.
I was attacked.
Well, did you see who threw the brick?
Xandor threw the
Xandor?
brick. Yes.
Did you tell that to the police?
Yes.
Who's Danelle?
That's my cousin.
Did you plead guilty to vandalizing her car?
Yes.
Did you pay restitution to have it fixed?
No, the court told me
Don't tell me what the court told you. I asked you two questions. You pled guilty for vandalizing her car, but you didn't make restitution.
no, the court didn't give me restitution.
Why didn't you sue him?
We have an upcoming court date, but I was assaulted by Miss Dancer. and
Just a second. So you have an upcoming court date with regard to him?
Yes.
Sit. You could save your breath and save your time. He doesn't make any money. Who else was found guilty of assault? Raise your hand. That would be you. Raise your hand. Were you arrested?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you plead guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Now you can sit. What were you doing in the parking lot that day?
I was taking Blessing, my witness and good friend, home. She stays about 5 minutes or less from the location where I was assaulted.
Do you both have medical records?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. I'd like to see them both. You weren't arrested? No. Just the two of you?
No, 3.
Who was arrested?
Destiny.
I was arrested also. At the bond hearing, my charges were dropped. I have a copy of that dismissal if you would like to see it.
I would. She was never arrested.
No.
Okay. Did you fight with each other?
I couldn't. I had my 9-month-old in my arm, and the stroller was in front of me.
So the baby was in your hand?
Yes.
Excuse me, Judge. My charges were dropped because there was no evidence saying that her child was injured. Her child was not in her
Listen to me
hand.
carefully. That's not what I asked her. Where was the baby?
The baby was in a stroller, like off to the side while I was being attacked.
She wasn't holding the baby.
No,
Yes, I was.
Listen, do you have an order of protection?
no.
Do you have an order of protection?
No.
Okay. You want to tell me what you think caused this altercation on June 25th? Tell me what you think caused it.
Honestly, I really don't know. But knowing her from her past and that she's assaulted all his ex-girlfriends before and been arrested for it, it's just...
Just a second.
Untrue.
Is what you're telling me that Miss Arnold has had a prior arrest history for assault?
Yes.
Interesting. When and involving whom?
I got in an altercation when Mr. Nash was in jail before, and two of us came to support him and we got in a fight.
And what happened to that case?
It was dismissed, and the record is restricted.
You're very, very lucky. All this stuff gets dismissed. I'm going to maintain consistency. Stay away from each other. Goodbye. Is this your former husband?
Yes.
With regard to, and then I'll get to both of your cases because I have complaints and a countersuit for exactly the same thing. That each of you allege, the mother-in-law and the former daughter-in-law allege that the other has harassed them, caused them to spend money for legal fees, yada, yada, yada. All ridiculousness. So, but I want to get some of the backgrounds. So you lived together for a long time. You have an 8-year-old child. How many grandchildren does Miss Renante have?
Grandchildren, I believe 2.
You have this granddaughter. This
Correct.
is a granddaughter. And where is your other grandchild?
She lives in Georgia,
And you live,
here in Southern California.
and Miss Paredes lives in Southern California?
Correct.
Right. So this is the only grandchild that's near you.
Correct.
Did you have a settlement agreement in your divorce decree, or was this a case tried with regard to custody and visitation and support?
Well, we went to court a few times, but in the end, we agreed.
Okay, what did you agree to with regard to custody?
We finally agreed to 50-50 on legal and physical custody.
And how does that work with an 8-year-old in school? Do you live close by to each other?
Kind of, maybe like 12 miles apart. As far as school, from my understanding, they're late a lot.
No, not.
So
that's not what
as
I
far as-
asked you.
Oh, okay.
How is the week divided?
Oh, I see. It's 1 week on, 1 week off.
And when your daughter is with her father, does her father live with his mother?
Yes.
I live with my son. I moved into his house. I live with him.
You live together?
Correct.
Fine. So you have 3 minutes to tell me what the problem is and why you think you have a lawsuit.
2015, she brought me to court, filed the TRO, was granted the restraining order for both sides to stay away from each other.
Okay, so just a second. So she brought you to court on a restraining order.
Yes.
She made an application for a temporary restraining order.
Yes.
Is that correct? And you were served with a temporary restraining order?
Not served necessarily. I was told through my son's lawyer that I was being served.
What were the allegations in that application for an order of protection?
She claimed I threatened to stab her in the back with a knife.
And was that case tried or settled?
Well, it wasn't tried. I think it
was
was
a
just,
final protective order granted?
yes, for 3 years.
And were they mutual protective orders?
Yes.
So after she filed an application for a protective order, did you file an application for a protective order?
No, because the order was a joint
Just-
order.
No. Wasn't a joint order. She went first.
Correct.
She filed an application alleging that you threatened her.
Alleging.
Then either one of two things happen. Either you filed for a protective order and both those cases are joined together, or when you go to court because the judge is maybe a little bit lazy, maybe one person has a lawyer and says, listen, we don't have to try this. Why don't you both just agree not to annoy or harass each other for 3 years, and then we can save ourselves a lot of time and a lot of expense. So either one of two things happened. Either you filed for a protective order after she served you in 2015. Did you do that?
I did not know.
Well, then if you did not, then what happened is the second thing happened on my menu, which was maybe judge is a little bit lazy. Did you have a lawyer?
Yes.
And did her lawyer speak to you?
No, it spoke to my lawyer.
So you both had lawyers.
I had a family lawyer because it was her son's family lawyer, and they already knew each other. So that's how, with our custody case, so that's how they spoke to each other. So my lawyer, my family lawyer, had to get involved in this case because of that.
Well, didn't have to because of that, because you weren't a defendant or a respondent in that case.
Mm-hmm.
Only she was.
Mm-hmm.
But you brought your lawyer with you, and the two lawyers talked to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Did the two lawyers also talk to the judge?
Yes, I believe so.
Right. So mutual protective orders were granted.
Yes.
Great. Even though no case had been filed against you.
No.
So I still don't hear a lawsuit.
I have not talked to this woman since 2009. So the allegation that she put that I stabbed her in the back was something that I
Ms.
said.
Renate, let me explain something to you. You had a lawyer.
Correct.
If you wanted to fight that order of protection, listen to me carefully. If you wanted to fight that order of protection, you should have said to your lawyer, I want a trial.
Okay.
Not say, I consent to an order of
But
protection.
it wasn't really about that. It was about my granddaughter. She filed the restraining order against both me and my son separate, had 2 separate judges sign it, and he couldn't have my daughter in visitation because I lived in the house with him. So I
Listen.
went to court to fight the visitation. She wouldn't allow her daughter in his house because I lived with him, for him to see his daughter unless I wasn't there. But since I lived there, how's that going to happen?
What's your last name?
Renuncie, ma'am.
Stand up next to your mother.
Yes, ma'am.
She's too involved in your business.
No, I'm not. She drags me into the business.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I didn't ask you a question. She's too involved in your business.
Yes.
I've been doing this business for 50 years. I met her 5 minutes ago, and I'm telling you, she's a nice lady, and you don't look like a bad guy. You're quiet. You don't look like a bad guy. She's too involved in your business.
What?
You created that. You created it because you needed help when your daughter was spending her week with you.
Negative.
I assume.
Negative. I moved my parents in 2 years ago with me because both my grandparents passed away and they were struggling. My dad had a stroke and he lost his job, so I took him in and I've been supporting them for the last 2 years.
If I were you, I would put my foot down and say, don't get involved with my business. You worked out a settlement with your former wife?
Yes.
With regard to custody?
Yes.
Is he a good father?
Yes.
See what she said?
Yes.
That was right up front. No, he did this, he did. Does he love his daughter?
Oh, yes.
Is she a good mother?
Yes.
She love her daughter?
Yes.
That's the trouble. That's the trouble. And you're going to have a problem as long as she lives with you. I assume that the protective... Trust me. I've been doing it
We get along good.
I've been doing it a long time. She's a pot stirrer.
No, I do not.
She's a pot stirrer. Do you work?
I go to school full time.
Who supports the household?
I do.
Doing what?
I'm a vet, so I get GI Bill benefits and disability benefits from the VA. So.
Do you work?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a supervisor for a Vasey medical group.
Do either one of you pay child support?
Not anymore, no.
No.
Good.
We agreed not to.
Well, he's perfectly capable. The fact that he wants to go to school and he has an 8-year-old child, that's fine as long as he takes care of her half the time and you take care of her half the time. That's fine. What else?
At the end of September, 911 called my son. I was with my son. We were out in the car against Joanne. She had locked herself into the bathroom, my granddaughter, fearing for her life. We went to the police station, and I go, there's court orders that says I can attend school functions peaceably. And so I showed up with my son at the police station to support him and to tell my granddaughter I would be there. And she said, I have a restraining order, can you get rid of her?
Absolutely
so I was
right.
asked to, and I get that. I
Absolutely
understand, and I
right.
knew that was going to happen. But the other cases are September 16th was her birthday. It was his day to have her. She shows up and expects me to stay away while she shows up on his week. Thanksgiving, she did it again. She sent a text message saying, your mom better not be there because I'm going to be there. My granddaughter was in a choir for Thanksgiving at her church.
Which is my church.
Yeah, I just said your church.
Right.
And so
Renate,
we showed up.
you got the drill?
Yeah.
Do you understand the drill?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to be
You
there
did.
for my daughter, my granddaughter.
I want to tell you something. Grandparents in this country do not have rights to see their grandchildren. Now, I used to think that that was an absolutely ridiculous law, unless either parent was considered unfit to take care of them. In this country, in most jurisdictions, the parent has the right to say, this is a person who I think is good for you to be around or not. And if it's not good for you to be around a grandparent, for whatever reason, either because they're a pot stirrer.
Not a pot stirrer.
Her
daughter comes
let
to
me tell you
because
something, Ms.
she
Ferrante.
can talk to me and not talk to her mother.
let me-
She feels comfortable talking to me. She talks to me. She doesn't talk to her mom. I'm
You
not a
got
pot
it?
stirrer. I
Do
stay
you
out
got
of
it?
stuff.
Do you have it?
Yes.
Do you understand it? And it may have to reach a point where you say to your mother and your father, is he still alive?
Yes, he is.
You have to find someplace else to live.
We're working
I'll
on
help
that,
you.
Your
I'll
Honor.
help you, but you have to find someplace else to live. You can't be involved with my business, with my ex-wife and my daughter. My ex-wife and I seem to get along just fine unless you're involved in the
actually
business.
don't get
Your case
along.
is dismissed. Goodbye.
Don't get
We're done. You are suing for the return of the dog or the value of the dog.
Just a dog.
What kind of dog is it?
King Corso Pit Bull mixed.
And from whom did you purchase the dog?
I received the dog from my son Jason.
Did you breed the dog?
Not yet, no.
Stand up.
I have not.
What do you mean you received the dog from your son Jason?
He bought the dog from a friend of his.
And gave it to you as a gift?
No, he no longer could care for him.
When did you buy the dog from your friend? In what month and year?
It was June of 2011,
And how long did you have the dog?
about 3 months.
And then what did you do with the dog?
I gave him to my dad
Where was he living at the time?
in Madisonville and Cincinnati,
Who was he living with?
himself.
So you gave him the dog somewhere around September of 2011.
That's correct.
And when, Mr. Bennett, did you and Mrs. Bennett marry?
August of 2013.
Prior to marrying, did you live together?
Never. Out of 2
Prior-
years, out of 2 years of marriage,
No.
we never lived together.
You never lived together?
Never.
You are a truck driver,
Yes, ma'am.
long distance trucking.
Yes, over the road.
Between September of 2011 and August of 2013, when you and Miss Bennett married, who took care of the dog when you were on the road?
A lot of the times, most of the time, he was
No,
with
no.
me. I took care of him.
So is what you're telling me when you would go cross country,
Yes, ma'am.
the dog was with you?
Correct.
Is that what you're saying to me?
Yes, Your Honor. And I would have to say most of the time. Sometimes I left him home.
With whom?
My son Jason,
Who else?
there were times that she kept him when she was not with me.
I'm talking about before her.
Oh, before her.
Before her, you had
wa-
the
he was-
dog.
before
You had the
her was
dog
with
for at
me.
least a year and a half.
He was with me or my sons.
So the answer is you did not take him on the road most of the time.
Most of the times when I didn't take him on the road, I left him at home with my sons.
Okay. The dog hasn't been with you now since when? What month and year?
October of 2015. That's when Mary Jo began to take care of him for 2 months.
Now, why would she take care of him for 2 months?
I had gotten with a new trucking company
When were you divorced?
in August of 2015.
So, after you were divorced,
Yes.
you asked her to take care of your dog for several months.
She asked me.
Oh, well, you just started telling me you were with a new trucking company.
She asked me if she could take care of the dog. I have it right here on
I'd
my
like
cell
to take a
phone.
look at it. Now, when you say, Mr. Bennett, you never lived together,
Yes,
even when you were married,
correct.
is that because you were traveling?
No, sometimes she would go on the road with me, sometimes just for a couple of weeks at a time. But when I come home, she would be at different people's houses. She would not come to my home. She would never come. She went from place to place doing drugs.
What is this?
That's a printout
Of what?
of all the text messages that I have from Mary Jo that's on my phone. And when I printed it out, it wouldn't leave her name or her number. I have all of the text messages from Mary Jo on this phone right here.
Well, this text message says, from you, you ought to just let him stay here. I feel safer at night with him here too. Think about it before you say no. We got a good place for him here. He can still be your dog. Anytime you get settled, you can come and get him. But until then, he can stay here. That's what you said.
Yeah, there was more to that then.
Shh. You're still working as a trucker, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now, when you're on the road, Mr. Bennett, who is going to take care of this dog?
He can go with me. We have a pet policy with the company that I'm with. I'll also.
Just a second. You have a pet policy.
Yes.
And the company permits you on long distance trucking to take your dog with you.
Yes.
And which of your supervisors can I call to confirm that?
Which one? I have to look in the. I'm not sure which one.
Well, who is the
Because-
president of your company? What is the name of your company?
Celadon,
And where are they located?
Indianapolis.
Now, I'd like you not to waste my time, Mr. Bennett,
Yes.
because I can either continue this case in 15 minutes, the people back there will get me a phone number, the president of the company will speak to me on the phone. Am I wasting my time? Are they going to tell me that they have a policy where you, as a long-distance trucker, are allowed to take a pit bull mix in the cab of a truck with you? Are they going to tell me that they have that policy?
Probably not.
Probably not. Right. So I'm glad you didn't waste my time. Right now, the dog has been with them for a year.
No, they
Almost
haven't.
a year.
No, they've been there just 2 months.
You told me it was October.
October of this past month. I tried to get him in January.
Just a second. The dog's there October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. We're now in July. That's 10 months.
I tried to get him in January, and they wouldn't give him to him. I went to the police station. They went to the resident to get the dog for me. They wouldn't give it over. He told me to take it to small claims court.
Good. Now, there's no question in my mind, because your mother filed a counterclaim, which I'm going to dismiss. And her counterclaim is that this man got you hooked on drugs, and it was his fault that you were on drugs, and all that nonsense. Emotional
She was
distress.
on drugs since
I'm
08.
dismissing it because it's nonsense. It's not a cause of action. All I want to know is, you were married in 2013.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in 2013, was this dog ever at your house?
On and off the whole life.
Well, not the whole life, because they didn't marry until 2013. Were you together prior to 2013?
Yes, ma'am. And I did live at his house, which he says we never lived together. I did live there. He's saying he gave his father the dog. Really, I stayed at the house when he sometimes went on the road with him is
Never.
because I was on the road with him. And when he was at the house, it's because I was there taking care of
You
him.
never lived there.
I have it on my ID, ma'am. When I lived at his house, I did live there, and I did take care of the dog. When we separated, I took him with me to my mother's house.
What month did you separate?
Honestly, we got back together and separated so many times. It's hard to tell you a day.
Okay. During those periods of time, together, back, forth,
And back and forth.
back and forth, and back and forth, where was the dog?
Mostly, it's always been, that dog he's always been with Megan.
According to you, your daughter was dysfunctional for at least 2 years.
Yeah.
At least the 2 years, because it's the 2 years that you're blaming it on him. So she wasn't taking care of herself. So she wasn't taking care of the dog. That's what I'm asking you. So the dog was with you.
That dog was with me, or that dog was with Megan. When the dog was with Rick, it was because Megan was with the dog, and there was another dog too.
What other dog was there?
What was her name?
Shh.
I had another dog named Jada. I had her for 8 years, and she passed away of heartworms. And she was
When?
with me every day.
Well, then you should have taken her to a vet once to get treated for heartworm.
I did, but it was too late.
Before it was too late. You should have taken care of the dog before it was too late. Do you have any vet bills?
No, I do most of the stuff. I just got bills
Do you
for
have
like
any
when I
vet
went
bills?
dog food.
I'd like to take a look at them. What was the matter with the dog in 2015?
An ear infection.
And who took the dog to the vet?
I did.
You did?
Yes.
When did your other dog pass away?
Approximately a year ago.
And in whose custody was the dog when it passed away?
Me.
It was with you?
Yes.
Where?
In the truck. I was with a different company at the time, and we did have a pet policy.
Anything else?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah.
The incident that happened when he went to the vet, it's because I had him at my mother's house with me. I tied him to a post. He was getting a bath because he rolled in oil, and he got attacked by hornets.
She tied him up.
And me and him was together at the time. When we was together, just like he took care of me, yes, he would take care of my dog. But when we split up,
Listen to me. It wasn't your dog.
Yes.
It wasn't actually your dog. It came to him. It didn't come to you. You did not purchase it, and it was never given to you.
it was given to me.
By whom?
His son was going to get rid of him and give him to somebody else, but I had been there taking care of him along with his other dog.
Just a second. So is what you're telling me that your relationship with Mr. Bennett goes back to 2011?
This didn't happen in 2011. That dog wasn't. When
The dog's not that old.
The dog's only 3.5 years old right now.
The dog is 4.5 years old.
6/22/2011
Yeah,
is the
that's
date
not
of
when
birth.
he got the dog.
Well, what I'm telling you, this is from the vet report. From a reporting from the vet, the date of birth was 6/22/2011.
Okay, when I got with him, the dog was a baby. When I moved in
Is
with
the dog blue and white?
Yes.
6/22/11. Okay. Well, Mr. Bennett, I don't know at this point. I'm not sure what your intention is with regard to this dog.
I want it. I want to keep
I
him.
understand. I understand that you want it. I also understand that you're working and you have no place.
I do have a place.
Yeah, I know. I haven't heard about it yet. First, you told me that you could travel with the dog on the road.
He can stay with my sister. I have a sister.
Nice. Okay, right now the dog is very happy. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $500. We're done. And how many months' rent did you pay?
I don't owe him anything.
No, that's not what I asked you. That's why we're here. So don't cop an attitude.
I don't have an attitude with you.
Don't cop an attitude. I asked you a question. I said, how many months rent did you pay him?
I paid him, I think, all his rent.
I don't know what you think, because we'll go through each month. You signed the lease in August. Was the lease supposed to start in September? Or August? Or October? When was it supposed to start?
I believe it started
Can
in
I see
August.
the lease?
Yes, ma'am. I have the lease right here. I also have a schedule of the payments that she made to me as well.
Started September 1st. I'm going to show this to you, Ms. Rice, because this is what Mr. Thorpe says that you paid him and the months that you paid him.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and this starts in August 28th, 2015. He says on August 28th, 2015, you paid him $525.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have any deposits for October, November. You do have one in December for $525, so you didn't pay those 2 months. Do you have any proof that you paid those 2 months?
No, but when we signed the lease in August, the 28th, that was just early for September.
I got it.
And then, according to text messages, I did give him the rent for October because Mr. John is one of them type of people. He keep you informed
Well, just a
all
second.
the
Well,
way
just
through.
show me that you gave him rent in October.
I don't have a receipt.
Show me the text message.
He should have had a deposit on the 9th of October. It says the money was deposited into your account. Thanks.
Just a second. That's your message to him.
Yes, I told.
Where's his message to you? Because he's asking for his money on the 9th. You say to him, I deposited the money.
Yes.
Where does he say, oh, fine, I got it?
He never responds
Then
like
what
that.
do you have to do, madam? The fact that you say I deposited the money, even though it was 9 days late, I deposited the money in your bank. Show me an acknowledgement or show me something from your bank. I don't need a receipt. You have a bank.
No, I didn't have a bank account at that time.
How did you deposit the money in his bank?
Because I
How
had his
did you-
account. I had his account number.
And then you get a receipt.
And then I got
Just
a receipt.
a second. Then you
but
get.
then in the process of mismanagement, I lost the receipt.
Well, that's
but
too-
I always
that's too
send a
bad.
text message to him and let him know when I
Just a-
deposited the money.
I don't care. I mean, your text message, because
It's
he's
fine.
asking you where my rent is, and you say, I dropped it in the mail.
No, I didn't.
And then I
drop it
lost
in
my
the mail.
receipt. Okay, October, November, you don't have. December, he says you paid $525. The next time he got a partial payment of $200, January 20th. Then he got another partial payment of $75 on February 1st. However, on February 5th, he got $800.
Yes.
So on February 5th, and then on February 24th, he got another $400. So I'm going to take October off because she paid twice in February, right? But she didn't pay in January, the full January. So she owes $325 for January, $525 for November. And then she didn't pay anything in March, but on April 8th, she paid $475. So nothing in March. You have any proof that you paid in March? No. By March, was your rent $450 or was it still?
Because I paid in March.
No, you didn't pay in March. You didn't pay
Yes,
in March.
like right here.
Well, show me where he acknowledges that you paid in March. The fact that you say you paid in March, checks in the mail, doesn't mean he got it. Just tell me.
It wasn't in the mail. Like
No,
I paid him $400 on the 24th of February. That was March payment. That was for March. I paid him up.
No,
I paid him ahead of time because it was income tax time. Because John
You
is one
owed
of them
him-
type.
listen to me,
I don't
you-
owe him anything.
You owed him money from January.
I
You only
don't
paid-
owe him money from January.
Yeah, you did. You
no,
owe-
I don't, because the $800 in February covered January and February.
And
That's
what about
where
March?
it came from.
Just a second. You just told me.
And then the other payment, the $400, covered March. That's how the payment got back down to $475, $450, and $25 for the late fee, according to his own text messages.
Just a second.
I don't got time for this get-rich-quick scheme he got going on.
Miss Woods, the defendant was your boyfriend, and you were living in one state. He got a job in another state, and according to your complaint, his job was a very good one. You had a job where you were living, but you decided to move with him to this new state. Which new state was he going to?
Ohio.
Ohio. And you had been living in?
North Carolina.
Okay. You have a child.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you had a job at the time.
Yes, ma'am.
And you were living together in North Carolina.
Yes, ma'am.
How long had you been living together?
About a year.
So Mr. Smith got a new job, and the new job, in addition to making more money, according to you, gave him a relocation fee. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
How much was the relocation fee?
$5,000.
And when did you get that?
About 4 days after we moved in.
It is your claim two things. A, that you signed a lease with him together when you moved in. That whole thing didn't last very long.
Correct.
You left and just were notified that you stuck with the lease, so you want him to be responsible for that. And you also claim that you paid for the moving costs with his assurance that when he got the moving bonus, that he would reimburse you. That's your claim.
Yes, ma'am.
When did you move? In what month?
October 31st.
When did your new job start, Mr. Smith?
October 31st. It was on a Monday.
And how much did the move cost you?
$550.
And how much of that $550, Mr. Smith, did you pay?
When we moved, it wasn't something that I should reimburse. We made the decision to move together.
No, that's not what I'm asking you. That wasn't my question. My question is, if the move cost $500, I assume you have bills for that?
Yes, ma'am.
The move cost $550. My question is, how much of that did you pay?
Oh, we paid out of pocket for each.
What does that mean?
It's not something that she paid for alone.
Well, I'd like to see your bills for the move.
Yes, ma'am. That's going to be $300, and here it's going to be another one as well.
What's point of sale debit? What does that mean?
It is under there. It's the Havenwood Townhomes. I paid the $300 deposit down on the place before we actually moved. They took out $100 to start off, and once we got approved, they took out another $200. That was the money my mother had loaned me for the U-Haul, and I had paid her back. And it was in our agreement that he would pay me back for the both when he got the $5,000, which he did not get back 4 days after we moved. It was
That's for the lease.
the deposit for the lease, yes, ma'am.
And what was the other $250 for?
We didn't agree for me to pay her back.
You moved October 31st. When did you move home?
I moved home on December 15th.
So you were there 6 weeks.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what did you do with the $5,000 moving expenses?
After taxes, it was around $3,000. I used that to pay the bills, first month's rent, everything.
Okay.
Help with appliances. And
Just a second.
Yes.
You did that to pay first month's rent.
Right.
Did you pay any part of the rent the first month?
Our first month's rent was free. We did not have to pay anything because we had moved at the last of the month. We did not have to pay anything until December.
So it went to pay December's rent, but you already started working October 31st,
Yes.
according to you.
That was my first day. It was just,
Well, that's okay. You paid October 31st. How often do you get paid in this job? Every 2 weeks?
every 2 weeks.
So that you got 2 paychecks.
That-
Listen to me carefully. You got 2 paychecks by the time December's rent floated around. I'm asking you what you did with the $5,000.
I got the $3,000 after taxes on that Thursday. Used that money to catch up the bills that I were behind.
Which one?
Paid my truck payment.
Your truck. What else?
I have a loan payment I paid for.
A loan. Your loan. For what?
There's a bank loan that I owed the bank a few years ago.
What else?
That's all I paid for myself. And then we went out, I bought, washer and dryer.
Where is the washer and dryer?
I sold it after she left.
What else?
I paid for get the lights switched over, the main bills that we needed to get moved in.
So far, he owes you $550. Now, you want to tell me why you left on December 15th?
Yes, ma'am. It had all started, he was working nights, and every day when he got up, he was really antsy and ill. And I had asked him to get up. I did not have a vehicle at the time. I said, we have stuff that we need to do. And we got into an argument about it. And I said, well, if you could pay me back the money that you owed me originally, I could be able to, get me a vehicle so that I could go and not have to wake you up in the afternoons. But I have a child, and she has places and things that she needs to do as well. And he said, well, I told you that I'm going to pay you back the money, but it's going to be a couple paychecks because I paid off what I had to pay off, and I don't have any money to give you.
She don't even have a license. She don't have a license.
She may not have a license, but that doesn't mean the argument didn't happen.
Right.
I have a text message stating right here that he had told me to pack my stuff and get out. And since I did not have a license or a car, I had arranged for a lady that I knew personally for years to come pick me up.
Okay. Did you stay in the apartment? It's not an answer.
Yes. I finished out December, and then I moved out right after she had left.
Why?
Because I couldn't really afford the place by myself.
Well, she wasn't working when she came out there. You were working.
Yes, but she had got a job when we got out there. I was working 12-hour nights, and she was supposed to get bartend or serve on nights that I was off. And most mornings when I got off work at 7, I get home by 7:30. She had a job to be at 11.
Well, you told her to leave.
We got in arguments. We was on and off for a year and a half.
I understand that, but you told her to pack up and leave.
We say things we don't mean when we're mad.
Well, sometimes you mean them, and sometimes you don't. Are you working now?
Yes.
Good. Where do you work?
Same place, plastic packaging.
That's fine. And are you working?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, then I assume the landlord will garnish both of your wages. If he didn't re-rent the property, did he or she re-rent the property?
I'm sure they have.
I'm not sure about that. I have tried to contact the place a couple times. They won't return any phone calls.
I can't help you with that. You signed a lease. You're responsible for the lease. He didn't stay there either. The two of you left. It was the idea that between the two of you, you would have enough income to support that apartment. I can't help you with that, but I can help you with the $550, which I believe he agreed to pay you back from his $5,000 moving bonus. Well, the moving expenses, truck fees, etc., that amounts to the $550. Is that correct?
Yes, the moving truck and the...
Okay. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $550. We're done. Mr. and Mrs. Purcell, you purchased a lottery ticket.
Correct.
Where did you purchase it?
A bar next to our home.
And where is that?
In Sandy, Oregon.
When did you purchase it?
February 20th, 2016.
How much did you pay for the lottery ticket and what were the prizes?
We paid $20 for 20 games. It was an 8-spot Keno ticket.
Have you played this particular lottery before? And it's an Oregon lottery.
Yes, and yes, we have.
Did you ever win before?
Yes.
And prior to this ticket, how much had you won before?
We won one for $600 once.
And that's the only time?
No, we've won a couple for about that amount.
A couple for $600. So it more than paid for itself?
Yes.
I assume. That's
Yes.
why you keep playing. Lucky people.
Yeah, we've lost a few too.
Mm-hmm.
We've lost a few too.
I can imagine. People usually only talk about their wins.
Absolutely.
So you bought this lottery ticket and lo and behold, you won. How much did you win?
$1,750.
And you found out that you won how?
Well, my husband went and checked the Did You Win machine, and it said, "You're a winner, please see your retailer." So he brought it up to the bartender, who is our witness, Tria, and she scanned the ticket. Now, if you win over $600, it doesn't tell you immediately how much you won. You have to go back and check the numbers, and then you can find out how much you won. But we had hit 7 out of the 8 numbers, and that paid $1,750.
What did you do next?
Celebrated. And then the next day, I went and got a claim form, which you can get right there at the saloon. And I brought it home, and Dave, my husband, filled it out the next day.
Listing your name, your address?
It was in my name. He put the claim form in my name. He even took a picture of the ticket.
Okay.
We put it in the claim form and sent it out the next day.
And you have a picture of the ticket?
Yes.
Correct.
And then what do? They send you a check?
Yep, you send it into Salem, Oregon, and it usually takes about 3 days to get it back.
And it didn't come back?
And it didn't come back.
And you began investigating, and you had the picture of the ticket with the numbers.
Yeah, we waited the 2 weeks that they tell you to wait. On the 15th day, I called down there to Lottery and gave her my last name and the numbers. I said, we didn't receive our money. Well, they didn't have any of our information. So I told Dave, someone claimed our ticket. Somebody stole our ticket. So that's when I put in a public records request through the Lottery and received his information.
Okay, and that's how we get to the defendant who cashed your lottery ticket.
Correct.
Okay. First, I'd like to see a photo of the ticket.
He has it on his phone that is actually date stamped. I have a picture of it here, but if you'd like to see it with the date on it,
I would.
That's the picture of the ticket, and then he has it on his phone also. That was taken in February.
Got it. Okay.
We also have our claim form. You'd like to see that?
I would. As a matter of fact, I'd like to have it up here.
You'd notice the date. It's the 22nd of February.
Okay. Did you contact Mr. Linwood personally?
I contacted him through Facebook.
And did he respond?
Yes, after a couple of attempts.
Okay. And what did he say to you when he responded on Facebook?
I'd be glad to show you that.
I'd like to
but
see it.
I draw your attention to the last few.
I'm going to read them all.
Yeah, because he does change his story a couple of times. Okay.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Linwood?
I drive forklift, I do retail, and I do warehouse work.
Let's try to get one cogent story, sir.
Okay.
On what date did this lottery ticket come into your possession?
It had to have been February 27th or probably the beginning of March.
And how did it come into your possession?
Came into my possession, my father-in-law at the time, he contacted me one morning saying, hey, I won a lottery ticket of $1,750. I said, oh, wow, that's awesome. He said, well, could you help me out? It's unsigned. Can you turn it in for me? Because if I turn it in, I'm afraid that child support will take most of it. And I said, yeah, sure.
Stand up. What do you do for a living?
I'm a well driller.
What's your last name?
Richard.
On what date did this lottery ticket come into your possession?
It was on a Friday night. I was at a bar called the Country Corral.
You go to the bar often?
No, I played video poker that night.
Is this bar near to where you live?
Close, yes.
You never know where I'm going to be going, Mr. Richard.
Right.
Do you understand?
I got you.
So it's close to where you live, and you've lived at this address for how long?
Probably 2 months at the time.
Why 2 months?
Because I relocated.
With whom did you relocate?
My daughter and my son-in-law.
The three of you moved into this place together. Am I understanding that you moved into this new place 2 months before, so that would have been in December, with the defendant and your daughter?
Correct.
You see how you don't know where I'm going, so you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. So now you're at a place with Mr. Linwood, and Mr. Linwood just told me that he got a call from you. Now he lives with you. Why do you think that I would believe that since you were living with him, he would call you instead of discussing it with you when he saw you at home? Why do you think that, Mr. Linwood?
Well,
you have to think fast. Just tell me why you think that he would call you, and you would have a record of that, correct? On your phone log that he called you.
I do not, Your Honor. It was
right.
an old
Now,
phone.
but why do you think he would call you instead of discussing it with you in person? Because clearly he wanted you to do something illegal, right? Right? If he was looking to avoid child support, he was looking to do something illegal, right?
Yes.
Isn't that something you would want to discuss in person with somebody rather than over the phone?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
So why would you think if he was living with you, he would discuss that with you over the phone? And by the way, where did you get the call?
I got the call. I was at my house, and
where was he?
He's not always at the house.
It's going to get better. I'm going to enjoy it better. All right. Now, Mr. Richard.
Your Honor.
Do you understand? This is not going to turn out well for you or for him, because I read his texts back and forth to the plaintiffs, and his texts back and forth suggest to me he clearly knew that he came into possession of this lottery ticket that did not belong to him. And you knew that if you were involved, that you came into possession of the lottery ticket that didn't belong to you, because immediately what he said was, please don't go to the cops. I will have your money, please. And the first thing he said was that you gave him the lottery ticket as a gift.
As a gift.
As a gift. But then he said that you didn't give it to him as a gift. He said you asked him to cash it for you so that you could avoid child support. Which one do you think it is?
Gift.
It was a gift to him.
Yes.
Well, then he had the money, you see. Then 2 weeks later, 2 weeks later, he had the money. He said, I didn't spend most of it. I have $900. Then he said, I have $1,400. I have to wait until I get paid, but I'll get it all back to you. And then all of a sudden, your tone changed, Mr. Linwood.
Yes, it did, Your Honor.
And why did your tone change?
Your Honor, my father-in-law told me...
Your father-in-law is a liar. So he can sit down. Sit. And so are you. In a short space of 2 pages, you changed your story 3 times.
Yes, I
and
did.
You
And the reason-
swore, and just a second, and you swore to me that he's a liar. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because he just said to me that it was a gift to you. And your answer says he asked me to cash the lottery ticket for him, and this is a sworn deposition, because at the time he owed back child support, and he was afraid that his winnings would be taken away from him. Now, he just swore to me that he made this lottery ticket gift as a gift to you.
It was not a gift, Your Honor.
Well, so then you just called him a liar. So he's a liar.
Yes.
That's what I said. That's why I told him to sit down. You see, and you came together. And you two are so stupid you can't even get your stories together. You slept in the same hotel room last night and you can't get your stories together. They ought to give a prize for stupid. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,750. We're done.
I bought the car in May of 2017.
How much did you pay for it?
$14,000.
Did you have a note on the car or
Yes,
did you
ma'am.
pay cash? So if you had a note on the car, then, Miss Giles, you had to have insurance, full insurance on the car, correct?
Yes,
of
ma'am.
course, you had to have insurance. And your car was stolen.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you report it stolen to the police?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you collect on the insurance?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Why not?
The transmission went out in the car, and I wasn't driving it, so I did not pay the insurance.
So you didn't pay the insurance?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a big problem. You had a contract to pay the insurance, right? So somebody gave you $14,000. How much did you put down on the car, Miss Giles?
I put down $1,000.
And so you took out a loan for $13,000. Did you pay off that loan?
No, ma'am.
And you didn't have insurance.
I had insurance.
But then you didn't have insurance while you were supposed to have insurance.
Yes, ma'am.
So you stiffed the bank.
I'm still paying on the car note.
Show me. I want to see that you're still paying on the car note. $13,000, because that would be very interesting to me if you're still paying on the car note of a car that you don't have, and all you're suing the defendant for is $700 and then $900. And the other is for punitive damages for losing my car. So you paid him $900 and he didn't fix your car. So I want you to show me that all the payments that you made in January, February, March, April on the car of this year.
Okay.
But don't waste my time.
I'm not wasting your time. They were paid, ma'am. I'm not wasting your time.
Fine. So you've been paying on the car for March and April. What's the monthly payment?
The payment is $298.
Okay. March and April payments.
Yes, ma'am. I have those payments. I also have the way that I paid them, and I also have the text message stating that when Mr. Egan got my car.
No. I don't want all of that.
Here you go.
This tells me nothing.
That is the payment.
That tells me nothing. Your car payment, is, according to you, is $298. That's your car payment.
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to circle on here your car payment for February and March.
Okay.
Return that. I don't want that piece of paper. That's
Okay.
nonsense. $298. I didn't see any payment for $298 anywhere.
I paid extra in February. I paid $350 in February, ma'am.
Just a second. Why would you pay $350 in February?
Because I was in between jobs. I was a little behind. So I made sure to catch up my February payment.
Just a second. So you were a little behind. How many months behind were you?
I wasn't any months behind, ma'am. Maybe a couple of days or maybe a half of, like I maybe paid half of, last month or something like that. But I think maybe with interest, like I said, I paid $350 in February for my full car payment, which I have right here. It says paid in full.
Can I see what you're showing me? Just a second. Let me see paid in full. Don't give
That's
me a lot of
February.
papers. Let me see paid in full.
That's February.
For February. Well, the total amount due February 1st, according to this, was $773.89. That's on February 1st. And on February 9th, you paid, according to this, $350. On total amount due, $773.89. That's what this says. Now you can show me this same thing from March. So far, you're at least a month behind. That's what this says.
I have my full payment history right here, and it's not sent.
Miss Giles, you just handed me this thing that says.
That was from a statement that they gave me in February.
That says $733 that was due and owing. You made a payment to them of $350 on February 9th. Then sometime in February, the car's transmission, according to you. When did the car's transmission go?
In March, ma'am. I just tried to show
Just a
you.
second. In March, the transmission went. Now you're going to show me March's payment.
I have
March's payment.
Yes, ma'am. When my transmission went out, ma'am, I spoke with the bank. The bank told me that I could pay them.
Don't tell me what the bank told you, Miss Giles. This is your problem with me. Your problem with me is that right now you don't, according to you and according to the defendant, nobody knows where your car is.
My car just came up missing last Monday, ma'am.
If your car came up missing last Monday, it's very possible that it got repossessed by the bank.
It did not get repossessed, ma'am. I'm trying to explain to you what happened, ma'am. In March, I spoke with my bank because my transmission stopped working the beginning days of March. I spoke with my bank, ma'am.
Just said, you're not, Miss Giles, you're not going to tell me what the bank said to you.
I
showed me.
I can show you, ma'am. I can show you. I have paperwork and documents. I was granted an extension if I paid.
Just a second. Show me where the bank granted you an extension in March.
Yes, ma'am. I have it right here. Yes, ma'am.
Just show me where the bank granted
it's
you.
It's all right here.
No, don't give me a lot of papers.
It's not. It's not a lot. It's not a lot.
Show me the paper where the bank granted you an extension in March.
Here you go. It shows right here.
Good. Okay. According to this, on March 31st, you signed this agreement that indicated your payment would be due on April 1st.
No, ma'am, it's May 1st. No. It's May 1st, ma'am.
Okay.
Let me read this to you.
Please be advised that this agreement will be revoked and null and void if you fail to sign and return this agreement by February 12th. The contract will be extended and your regular payment will be due on April 1st, 2018, provided you sign this agreement and return it. The agreement was sent to you on March 29th. Following that payment, your next regular payment due is 4/1/2018, and every month thereafter until your new maturity date, which will be August 1st, 2023. That's what it says.
That's not what I was told.
Well,
that's not what they just told me upstairs when I called.
I want you to
have the payment.
Miss Giles, get this absolutely correctly. What you handed me said your payment was due April 1st. Right now, you don't know where the car is. Shh! You don't know where the car is. According to you, it was taken last Monday.
Yes, ma'am. I have a
just a second. According to you, it was taken last Monday. You found it missing, right?
It was at the shop where he had me to tow it to. I was going back to check on it, and they told me that it was gone, that it was there that morning, but by the time I made it on Monday, it was gone.
It was gone. And what was last Monday's date?
It was the 16th.
Your payment was supposed to be received by them April 1st. What I'm telling you, Miss Giles, is either one of two things happened, Miss Giles. Either.
Ma'am, my payment is due on May 1st.
Show me just a second.
They gave me April, and I was supposed to start my first. My payment is due May 1st. When I just called upstairs, I can call right now.
No, don't call right now.
I don't
You have a bigger problem than the $700. Miss Giles, stop with the histrionics. You have a bigger problem than the $700 you gave him for a new transmission. You have a much bigger problem. Your bigger problem is that you owe this bank $13,000 because if you didn't have insurance, and you were supposed to have insurance on a car of which you owe $13,000.
Here's my insurance right here, ma'am. Like I tried to explain to you, I paid my insurance. When I gave my car to Mr. Egan, ma'am, my car was insured, and I paid my car insurance. But at that point, it was either get my car fixed or to, pay again the next month. After he'd taken my money, I could not pay my car insurance again, ma'am. I had to go save money to get my car fixed.
Either you had insurance or you didn't have insurance.
I had insurance when I gave Mr. Egan my car, ma'am. I had insurance in the middle of March, ma'am.
Well, if you had insurance, madam, in March, then you had insurance in April. And if you had insurance in April and if your car was stolen, then the insurance company will reimburse you. If they repossessed your car,
they did not, ma'am. I called.
Well, then,
before I reported my car stolen, my lawsuit was already filed. I filed my lawsuit on April 1st, ma'am. I did not report my car taken until April the 16th.
I'm not satisfied with this case. And if you think that you will have a better chance going back to the small claims court from where you came, I'm going to dismiss your case without prejudice. You can go back there. I'm not buying the story. Do you understand? With all your histrionics, I'm not buying this story. Go back to small claims court and maybe somebody will buy this story. I'm not buying it. Goodbye. Mr. Ramirez, how old are you, sir?
I'm 22.
What do you do for a living?
I work at a restaurant. I'm a server.
In what restaurant?
Ramen by York.
And where is it located?
In Highland Park.
What are your hours of employment, sir?
I'm part-time right now.
What are your hours of employment?
From 6 to 11.
6 p.m.?
Yes, to 11 p.m.
To 11 p.m. And what do you do all day?
Well, I'm starting school again. I just started school.
I don't care what you are doing soon. What do you do now during the day? Which school do you attend now?
I do an online schooling.
So you don't go to school, you do online, which means you work out of your house?
Yes.
And who do you live with?
My parents.
And what do they do?
Construction.
They both work?
Yes.
Are they working today?
No.
Where are they today?
They have regular activities that they do throughout the day. I have a little sister, so they take care of my sister.
What are they doing today?
I have no idea. They're out doing their own thing.
But they're not working today?
No, I don't think so.
And where is your little sister?
With them.
Well, you don't think so. Does that mean that you were home today doing your online school?
No.
What were you doing today?
I had a family emergency today.
I want to hear what the emergency was.
I had a family emergency. I had a family emergency with my brother. He has liver cirrhosis of the liver. So it was out of nowhere, and we all went to the hospital. And I just got home.
Just a second. What hospital is he in? You just told. Listen to me very carefully, Mr. Ramirez. You just told me a moment ago that your parents were out doing, you don't know what today. They were out doing things, regular things, because they weren't working. That's what you told me 2 minutes ago. You told my staff in the back that you had a family emergency, but just a moment ago you said your parents were out doing their own thing. Now all of a sudden you have a family emergency and everybody was in the hospital. Listen to me very carefully, Mr. Ramirez. I'm going to explain something to you about time and other people's time. You purchased a car from Miss Rodriguez. You didn't know her before you purchased the car from her, is that correct?
Yes.
You purchased the car from her because you saw the ad online, correct? And you bought the car and you had an agreed upon price.
Yes.
I'm going to get to the rest of the facts of the case because you didn't finish paying for the car.
Absolutely.
I'm going to get to the facts of the case in a minute. I'm not finished with you about other people's time. I spent a lot of time in school preparing for what I do. All these people work. Do you know what I mean? Work. Full time. They work. They get up in the morning and they don't go to school online. If they went to school, they actually got out, put their behind in a car, drove to school, or went to school. Do you understand? I'm here waiting for you because you couldn't get here on time. Bird is here waiting for you because you couldn't get here on time today. Most important, the lady that you stiffed on the car that you didn't know was here at 1:15, the same time you were supposed to be here. Do you understand? That is disrespectful. Stop tapping. That's disrespectful. It's disrespectful of other people's time when you're late. You see all these people sitting in the gallery? They could have been home 40 minutes ago if it wasn't for you. I could have been home 40 minutes ago and been on the treadmill if it wasn't for you. She could have been on her way home if it wasn't for you. Do you understand? That's respect for other people's time. And if you're 22 years old and you don't understand that yet, I'm prepared to give you a dress down. Now we understand each other?
Okay, but I had a family emergency.
Listen to me. Mr. Ramirez, I understand your words, family emergency. You told me 5 minutes ago you didn't know where your parents were. They were out doing chores because they weren't working today. And then when you realized where I was going, you went back to your original rote. I had a family emergency. Now, all of a sudden your parents who were out doing chores were at a hospital with your brother who has cirrhosis of the liver? Is that what you're telling me? You forgot about that when I asked you first where your parents were? If I asked you Mr. Ramirez, where are your parents today? And you said, we were at the hospital with my brother. That I could understand. But when I asked you where they were, uncross your hands. You said to me they were out doing their things because they're not working today. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, you bought a car from Miss Rodriguez and you agreed to pay her how much?
$1,600.
You gave her a $500 deposit. She's a trusting soul. You gave her a $500 deposit, and because you probably said to her, I'm going to pay you every month religiously until the $1,600 is paid off, just like you told me you had a family emergency, she trusted you enough to give you the registration for the car, right? Right?
Yes.
And then you were smart enough to register the car in your own name, right?
Yeah, I wasn't registered.
You've never had the car registered?
No, it wasn't registered before.
I don't care whether it was or not. You had it registered in your own name.
Yes.
And that was the last Miss Rodriguez heard from you. Now, when he purchased the car, he came, he looked like a nice young man, right?
Yes.
And he said, I promise I'll give you what? How much a month?
It was supposed to be $500 every week. For
He
2
was going to
weeks.
give you $500
Yes,
a week for
because-
3 weeks?
No. December 12th was supposed to be the first payment of $500, and then December 19th was supposed to be another payment for $500, and the following week was supposed to be a payment of $100.
So what happened on December 12th?
I believe,
No, don't tell me.
I'm sorry.
December 12th comes and goes, you don't hear from him.
Yes.
And what happened?
I messaged him. I have text messages to prove it. I messaged him, and he was just giving me the runaround. It took me
That's a conclusion, giving you the runaround. You said, where's my $500? What did he say?
He told me that he was going to go to the DMV to go register because his mom wanted to make sure that the car could be registered. I told him, okay, but he still had to pay me the $500. And he said that he had to spend like $500 for the smog and to register the car. He said that he was going to go try to get a loan or borrow money from his cousin. But I told him if he pays me next week, he's going to have to pay me $1,000 because it's a late payment.
Right. Well, then he was supposed to pay you the $1,000.
Yes.
The following week, $500 a week. He doesn't make $500 a month. Serving, what kind of food do you serve? Ramen?
Yeah.
Ramen, working part-time, he doesn't make $500 a month. Now, you made a deal with her for $1,600 for her car.
Yeah. No.
What, you paid her $500 for the car. You were late coming to court today. When you called the clerk's office in the back, you said, I'm getting off the freeway. Were you riding a bicycle on the freeway?
A car.
Were you riding on the freeway? Whose car?
Your producer's car.
What happened to your car?
Because I was just getting home from the emergency that I had, and he texted me and was like, "Hey, I'm in your area. I'll go get you." And I was like, "I'm sorry." I was like, "I'm just getting home. I just got home, threw on clothes, and came." Because I had earlier this morning, I had texted. I had said like, "Hey, I'm not gonna be able to make it. I have a family emergency. I'm really sorry. Like, is there any way we could push the day or the time? Like, I just
early this morning."
Yes.
Early this morning. Well, what was your emergency early this morning? Early this morning when you called and said, is there any way we could push over the date? What was your emergency early this morning? Not at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. What was your emergency early this morning?
The same emergency I had today.
Did you, just a second, did you tell the producer that early this morning, that your brother early this morning was in the hospital with an emergency? Early this morning.
Yeah, when I say early, it's like 9 o'clock. 10 o'clock early this morning, yes.
And said?
Is there any way I could extend a later time or the date, I would really appreciate it, yes.
Is that what you said to her? What about the brother in the hospital with an emergency?
That's why I had texted her saying, is there any way
that's a significant thing. That way the producer wouldn't have gotten in her car to go find you. Do you understand?
Yeah, I told her.
Do you understand? Where's the car?
What car?
Her car that you bought from.
It's parked in front of my house.
Judging for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,100. We're done very much. Your lawsuit is, so you did no work in the house. At some point, you say you were notified, and you must have reports to show me, that there was stuff going on in the house that caused your neighbors to call the police, and the police came. There was domestic violence. When you finally heard about it, you went and you found that the whole property looked like a trash house. She had vehicles parked in the front. She had a trailer in the back, in the backyard where some other people were living.
Correct.
What kind of trailer?
I wasn't there when the trailer was there.
Well, how do you know there was a trailer there?
Because of his paperwork. It was there at one point in time, but
So there was a trailer. Well, and let's get it straight.
yes, there was a
Either
trailer.
he has pictures.
Yes, there was a
I
trailer.
mean, you can make up things. You can make up things, you know, like you're the Wicked Witch of the North, or you're like the Good Witch from the East, or whatever it is. But for him to say had a trailer parked in the yard, that's not something
It wasn't
that he makes up.
mine. It was something to do with him and the people that were back there.
Who?
Gary.
You mean he had tenants living back there in a trailer?
He told them people they could put the trailer back there.
That's a lie,
Just-
Your Honor.
Hey, listen, I find a lot about you suspect. Just from the foot to foot, I find a lot about you suspect. Did you move the trailer back there?
I did not know.
Do you know who did?
I know who put the trailer back there, yes.
Who did?
Renee and Tyler.
Who is that?
It's a mutual friend of all of ours.
What was your relationship with the guy who was living in this house, his business partner?
We were just friends. His daughter also lived there too in the beginning. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. I was downstairs, Fred and his daughter were upstairs.
Who lived in the trailer?
Nobody lived in the trailer. The trailer was just parked there.
Now, at some point you moved to evict Miss Warburg. Tell me when you moved to evict her, and first tell me when, and then I'd like to see the paperwork indicating why, and the
That
documentation
was
to support.
September 12th, 2016.
Okay, tell me why.
Why? I got a call from officer of the Brooklyn Park Police Department.
Yeah, I'd like to see the report.
Okay. Here's the eviction notice.
No. First I want to see the
All right.
police report.
Police reports.
And
these
then?
are for abatements, and these are from the Brooklyn Park Police.
Okay, good. Who's Kathleen Marie?
It's my friend.
And Pixley was your boyfriend?
Yes,
And you had an argument with him on July 19th?
I did.
And you wanted him out of the house?
Right.
So you told your friend who was staying with you to call the police and get him
She
out of
wasn't staying with me. She was there. I was at the cemetery.
No, I understand, but she had been there for a couple of days, according to the police report.
She'd been there. She'd spent the night. Yes.
And you told her to call the police to have them get him out of there.
Yes.
Okay. So he didn't want to leave. You came back from the cemetery on July 19th, and then you had another fight with him, and the police came back to the house on
Yes.
that date. Okay. And he was off his meds, is that
Right.
correct? And he did some damage inside the house.
No, he spit on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't break anything.
According to the police report, he
I'm not talking to you yet. And your daughter had gotten into a verbal argument with the same boyfriend back in May?
No, that was her boyfriend.
Oh, that's a different person.
Right.
Your daughter has a drug problem?
Yes, she does.
Boyfriend too?
No.
He does not?
No, he does not. He's clean and sober.
Your Honor, I have evidence that he OD'd.
That was my boyfriend.
We're talking about her daughter's boyfriend. Kathleen is the same person.
Right.
She also called the police on the 19th, then again on July 23rd.
That's the same
Same
day.
day.
I believe that was Julie had called the police that day.
Mm-hmm.
And that was about Mariah's boyfriend. And he had showed
Was your
up.
daughter's boyfriend staying at the house?
No, he was not. Not
But
at
your
that time.
daughter was?
No, my daughter wasn't either. I had custody of their kids at that time.
Her kids?
Mariah's, my daughter's children, my grandchildren.
How old are they?
2 and 5.
You have them through the foster care system?
I did.
So what was she doing in the house?
She wasn't there.
She was in your house.
What date was that?
Whatever date it was, what was she doing in the house?
No, in the beginning she was allowed there. It was after she didn't show up to court, and I believe that was in July or August. It was in August, and then she wasn't allowed there. But they were allowed to see the kids. Both her and Philip were. Philip's got custody of the children now.
Who does?
The father, the dad. He got them back. He did everything he had to.
Who's Renee Curtis?
She's one of the ones that put the trailer in the backyard.
And Tyler is her boyfriend?
Yes.
And he was also in the trailer?
He wasn't there that time.
He had been in the trailer?
He had been, yeah.
So based on these reports, you moved to evict her?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. I would too.
Anybody would.
You don't have to help me. I would too. Can I see the eviction notice, please? What property did she steal?
The trailer in the back was stolen from Fridley, Minnesota.
On what date?
That happened, I believe, on the 10th of October. At that time, she was notified about the vehicles being parked all over the grass.
You have photographs of that?
No, but I got evidence of the city making the complaints where they were located in
also
the
have
yards.
The abatement,
Do you
too.
want to see it? The abatement orders.
This is her countersuit with regard to the vehicles
I know,
that were
but
impounded. So I'm
relevant.
not there yet. I'll get there. At some point, when you had her evicted, you went in and you say you found damage to the home. I'd like to see the photographs of that.
Okay.
Who's the artist in your house?
That would be Pixley. But it's all painted. I mean, it's all fixed.
When?
I have pictures.
I'd like to see it.
It's airbrush. She wrote on before and after.
When was this picture taken?
That was taken before he had me evicted.
How much before I want to know, and this you want me to believe, that the crazies that were living in this house, that this is the way the house looked right
That's
before
exactly
you had...
how the house looked.
I mean, what I see is a whole lot of other kind of living, which is whole different
that was all
than this.
It was all painted, but that's how my house looked every day. I had two living rooms, 2 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms, a fireplace. My house was beautiful.
It's not your house, it's his house.
Well, when I lived there, and he even was there at the end of July and told me how nice it looked. He came in and used the bathroom. He knows my house was nice. He's the one who came in, he gutted the bathroom. He's doing this all for insurance. I never seen his pictures either.
Let me show them to you.
And I was packed, ready to move.
Would you give that to her?
When he had me evicted, and then just went through all my stuff and threw it in the garage in a pile. Yeah, this is what he did after he had me taken out. I have more pictures too. He went through every one of my boxes, all of my belongings, took what they wanted. He had somebody living in my house in my property.
There's a pinball machine in the bathroom.
It's in the kitchen.
It's in the kitchen. Oh, I'm sorry. It's in the kitchen.
I was getting ready to move. My whole house was packed. You can call the sheriffs. They wouldn't write me a statement. He had somebody living in the house for a week.
Would you?
Damaging. Cleaning it. Cleaning
it? No, they were in there destroying it. And yeah, these pictures.
And loading a
this
dumpster.
is after
Garbage.
he had me taken out. I have the order of them putting me back in the house after he legally evicted me, the stay order.
Okay, so you were evicted on what date?
The sheriffs removed me October 20th.
October 20th. And October 25th, you moved back in?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and between October 20th and October 25th, what you're suggesting is that this is the way the house was?
Yes, ma'am.
And you stayed there until when?
I moved October 31st.
So you stayed there for 6 days?
I had to clean my stuff up.
Just a second. You stayed there for 6 days. Is this what you're telling me?
I did. I had to clean all my stuff back up. He went through everything I owned.
Did you?
Dump boxes. I have a sheriff's...
It's not true,
I have
Your Honor.
reports.
Do you have a sheriff's report?
I'd
like to read it.
Okay. These are both reports I have, that the front door was broken when I moved in, and well, that's some of the damage he's claiming, and then the second one's when I made the report.
Do you have pictures of the house now?
I believe they're up there, Your Honor.
We're not talking about damage. You're talking about what the house looks like today.
Today, I can't go by the house because I got chased off by... He ran me down the road. This is a real story. He took off after me in his truck, and he ran me off the road.
Who did?
And then he's got a disorderly conduct for it. It was one of her guys that she had living there. He ran after me down the road. It's in the police reports.
And?
And he almost smashed me into a telephone pole.
You rented an apartment from the defendant. How many apartments do you have?
I have a 6-plex, Your Honor.
That you own?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When did you first see the apartment?
August 27th.
Is that when you first met Miss Klingensmith?
Yes.
You liked the apartment?
It was okay.
So you decided to rent it, and the rent was how much a month?
$750.
And you were going to be living there with?
My daughter.
When did the lease start?
August 27th.
Is that when you moved in?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
This is what your lawsuit is about. You claim that Miss Klingensmith stole money from your disability account.
Yes, ma'am.
Which was rent money, $750, and then evicted you for non-payment of rent. So you are suing her for that theft?
Yes.
As well as an illegal eviction?
Correct.
Ms. Klingensmith said, I never stole any money from her. I didn't take money out of her account. She's counterclaiming for some damage that was done to the property when you moved out. Okay. Was there any security deposit?
Yes, I gave her $400 security deposit.
Did you get that back?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So you moved in August. Did you pay any rent for August?
Yes, it was prorated.
Okay, so you paid August rent, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you paid September's rent
Yes, ma'am.
on time,
Yes.
is that correct?
Yes.
What about October?
It was late due to my
How late?
The 13th, October 13th.
And rent was due on the 1st.
It was due on before. It was late before. Yeah, it was due on the 1st, but late after the 3rd.
Late after the 3rd. Did she evict you in October?
She sent me an eviction letter. Yes.
In October?
Yes, two of them.
On what date?
October the 6th and October the 7th.
So what did you do?
I ended up paying my rent on the 13th. I had my disability. I was coming from Sacramento to move to Reno, so I had to transfer over my disability payments, and it took the Social Security a minute to do that. And I told Ms. Klingsmith that when I moved in, she knew I got disability, and this would happen, during.
You can't tell me what she
Okay,
what she knew. All she knew was you paid her rent in August and you paid her rent on time in September, and in October you did not.
Right.
So after I assume you got these eviction notices, you called her?
No, I didn't call her. I just called her. Well, yeah, I called her to pay the rent on the 13th.
On the 13th. So what did you do when you...
Oh, I tried to speak to her a couple of times to tell her that...
Not tried. You spoke to her.
I didn't speak to her at all.
You just paid your rent on the 13th.
Right. I tried to get a hold of Miss Klingsmith, and I have proof of that. I tried to give her a call. When she was in the parking lot of our complex, I tried to talk to her.
She paid your rent on the 13th?
Yes.
What happened in November?
November, my money was stolen out of my account in the amount of $713.
Just a second. So money was stolen out of your account in November?
Yes.
And the amount that was stolen was $713?
Yes.
And?
So when I called Ms. Klingsmith to pay my rent, when I checked my card, the money was gone. So she's the only one that had my information and my card, because September I gave her my debit card to take the rent off herself. She took the rent off September herself to the ATM machine. She's the only one that had my PIN, all my social, everything. My money was gone, and I have proof of that for our department. So money was gone. So she stole my money and then tried to evict me for it.
Ridiculous. She was going to steal your money. She would have stolen $750, not $713.
Well,
I mean, if she was going to take your money without your authorization, wouldn't she have taken everything that she was entitled to?
Well, I would think, why would she want, I don't know, maybe she didn't want nobody to know her.
I don't know why. I don't know why. If that's your whole argument, that somebody, in a case of...
She didn't call me at all for my rent in November, at all. And she usually calls or knocks on the door. She didn't do none of that.
You told me that the only notice that you got from her in October was that on the 6th she served you with an eviction notice.
She showed me, and that's October. We're talking about November, right?
I understand that. What do you mean she always? You only lived there since August. August you paid the rent. September you paid the rent on time. October you did not, and you said the first you heard from her was when she served you an eviction notice on October 6th.
Okay. In October, yes, I did hear from her. She knocked on my door and a few times in October.
You have no case against her. You didn't pay your rent in November. Somebody, probably in a case of identity theft, I have no idea.
Okay, Ms. Judge Judy, I have proof that I tried to pay my rent to her in November, even though my money was stolen. I have proof of that.
Just tell me when.
Okay, I tried to pay.
I asked you for a date.
Okay, November the 4th, I believe. I tried to pay.
Make sure you're giving me the right. You just told me you didn't have any money in your account because she had stolen
just because I didn't have any money. Okay, just because I didn't have any money in my account from that card, I have money back. You can look at my back pay from Social Security, and my dad wrote a check for October. So I do have money to pay my rent. Just because my money was stolen out of my card doesn't mean I don't have any money.
I want you to show me when you tendered her the rent in November.
Okay. Can I look on my phone?
Absolutely.
Okay. 11/20. Well, okay. We had
just the date. I don't want to hear an excuse. I said
November 12th.
You're late. You're late.
Your Honor, we went to court. That's why I'm late. We went to court for the eviction. She evicted me on the 4th. We went to court. The judge ordered me to pay $590 for that month of November. I have that right here from the judge. He ordered me to pay $590 for November. That was from the judge. That was on like the 22nd of November. So he ordered me to pay $590 for rent, and he ordered me to pay $300 starting January for the rest of my deposit. Ms. Klingsmith was there in court. When the judge ordered that, he told me I had a certain amount of time to pay it, right? I tried to pay Ms. Klingsmith 3 times, and I have proof of me texting her saying I have the rent, I have the rent. She ignored my calls.
You're talking about November 22nd? Is that the date you're talking about?
Yeah, because we got
Is that the date that you're talking about? So just let me understand what you're saying to me. Don't talk fast.
Okay.
What you said to me was, I tried to give her rent on November the 4th. Now you're saying to me that you tried to tender her the rent after the judge ordered you on November 22nd to give her a certain amount of money.
Again. Yes.
Your case is dismissed. You have no case against her. You have no case that she stole any money out of your account, and you didn't pay your rent on time in October, and you didn't pay your rent on time in November. You have but for the fact that she sued you here, would you have counterclaimed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, well, you have $400 in security deposit, but she lived in the apartment in the month of November.
Yes, ma'am.
And you received no money for November.
Correct.
Okay, fine. So now you're going to tell me what the damage is.
I have a list here. Your Honor, she did not mention any damages in court.
Don't speak.
I have utility bills that she did not put the utilities in her name.
Just a minute. That's not in this counterclaim. In this counterclaim you have, I had to extensively clean the unit and repair several holes that were in the walls. She didn't pay her rent on time and made complaints about me to the Housing and Health Department. She would call my work claiming there was an emergency. She owes me for the damages, which the only thing that I have here in your countersuit are cleaning of the unit, which I will look at a bill if you have a cleaning bill.
Your Honor.
And the whole, don't
Please.
speak. Cleaning bill and pictures of holes in the wall I will look at. Those are the only things. I don't care about your emotional distress. The only ones who don't speak. Those are the only things that are in your counterclaim.
This is what I filed when I filed the
I don't care what you
counterclaim.
filed. This is the only thing that's here. It's the only thing that's here. I'll show you. This is what you signed. You can read it.
Your Honor, please.
That's what you signed. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
We're done.
Your Honor,
Unless you have, just a second, unless you have a bill for the cleaning.
I have a bill for my maintenance gentleman. Your Honor, please let me talk really quick.
I'm on her counterclaim. I'm not on your claim anymore. You
No,
have no claim for unlawful eviction, and you have no proof that she stole money.
Your
out of
Honor,
your account.
I'm very nervous right now, like really nervous. If my daughter can tell you, I haven't told you everything. Like I'm so nervous that I don't know what to do, and if you can let her tell you that I did try to pay my rent in November on time. She wouldn't answer my calls.
Listen to me.
She didn't answer. I have proof.
Listen to me.
I tried to pay before the 3rd. I tried to pay it.
Then I'm not listening to her. You show me proof that you tried to tend to her
She didn't answer my calls on purpose. She didn't answer my phone calls.
Your claim is dismissed. It's ridiculous. You want to show me bill from your maintenance person?
What about my couch that was left in there in the house?
You shouldn't have left it.
She locked me. She
You
locked
shouldn't
me
have
out.
left it.
Oh.
No. Counterclaim's dismissed. We're done. Mr. Angelieri, it is your claim that the defendant hit your parked car.
That's correct.
Defendant says, I didn't hit the car, I stopped short of hitting the car, and she has a counterclaim. Her counterclaim is that you said to her when you went out to see the damage to your car, you held her until the police arrived because she was about to leave. And she said, I'm not sticking around, and you, in effect, falsely imprisoned her until the police arrived. Let's start with you, Ms. Griffel. You were driving on what date?
I don't know what date it is, ma'am.
You don't know what date
No,
it
I
is?
do not.
Well,
Ma'am, the date was...
no, I didn't ask you anything.
Yes.
I don't know.
I asked her.
I don't know what the date was.
Okay, the date was January 19th.
Okay.
It was 7 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Was it dark or light on January 19th?
It was dark.
Where were you going?
I was going to the surplus store.
Speak up, I
I
can't
was
hear.
going to the surplus store.
And is that next to a pizzeria?
Yes, it is.
What kind of car were you driving?
I was driving a Chevy Tracker. It's a little Jeep, like 2002.
Who owns the car?
I do.
Is it insured?
Yes, it is.
Was it insured in January of 2018?
It was, but, my insurance had overlapsed. But
Just a second. Did you have insurance?
No, I did not.
That's the answer. No, I did not. Not it was in the mail and they didn't open up the mail and somebody forgot the mail. The answer is
no, I did not.
You didn't have insurance.
No, I did not.
So you're on the way to the surplus store. And I have to tell you something. You see when that monitor is up there, I always know that somebody has something for me to watch because that monitor is not there all the time. And since you have nothing on your end of the table, the plaintiff on his side of the table has a video. And he looks like a reasonably intelligent man, and he looks as if he's not going to play me a circus video, that it's somehow relevant to this case, which means that there are security cameras outside, which means that something captured what happened with his car. Do you get it?
Yes, I get it.
So now you're starting out with 2 strikes against you. First, you didn't have insurance, and then when I asked you a question, you used my insurance overlapped. That's a second excuse. So I want you to tell me what happened at 7 o'clock in the evening when you were going to the surplus store.
I was looking for parking. I noticed the car was leaving its parking space, so I stopped, proceeded to let him leave the parking spot. I had to back up to get into the parking, the driveway, the entrance of the parking spot.
Very slowly.
Okay.
You pull up, somebody.
Right.
You pull up, somebody's getting out of a parking space.
Correct.
You backed up so that they could exit the parking space. Correct. And then you had to parallel park.
Correct.
Is that what you're telling me? Don't shake your head. Stand there like a statue. Do you understand?
I understand.
Perfect. So now you have to parallel park in order to get into that spot, right?
That's not correct.
So you let the person out of the parking spot.
Correct.
You had to move back to let them out because you wouldn't go in front. That means they'd have to go around you, right? So a normal driver would say, there's a spot. Getting out, I'll pull back.
Right. I pulled back, and I noticed his car was behind me. I put on the brakes, and my car jerked.
His car was behind you?
In the street. He was in the street. And I was pulling into the parking lot. So he was in the street, and I was going into the establishment, which is on the right of me. And so I backed up. I noticed his car was behind me. I slammed on my brakes. My car jerked, and I proceeded to go into the parking spot. And all of a sudden, I'm getting out of the car to go into the establishment, and this man comes running out, cussing at me, screaming at me, saying I hit his car. I said, sir, there's no way I could have hit your car. I know I did not hit your car, sir. I did not. And so he walked away to his car, and he proceeded to look at the front of his car, and he sees this little dent in there. He goes, this looks like it's a new little dent. And I go, sir, I did not hit your car. And so he walks to the side of the car, and he goes, oh, my God. He started acting out that I had made this big dent in his car. And I said, there's no way I could have hit your car and made that dent without me knowing it. I did not hit your car, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. So I was going to argue with him, so I proceeded to go in the establishment, and he grabbed my arm, and he held me there, and stayed behind my car so I couldn't leave. And he held me there until the officers came. When the officers came, he released me, and then I proceeded to tell them my story, side of the story.
Did you give them your insurance?
No, because I did not have it on me.
Did you get a ticket for not having insurance?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Did you pay it?
Yes, I did. I went to court. No, I didn't. I didn't have. Okay.
Because
I went to court, showed the judge I had my license now and my insurance. He gave me a fine.
Because just a second. He gave you a fine because he didn't like you?
No, for the court fees. For the court fees. He gave me a fine for the court fees.
You do understand that when you lie, your mouth gets dry.
I'm not lying.
You do understand that when you lie, your mouth gets dry. Can I see the video, please?
Absolutely, Your Honor. Your Honor, when the video plays, if you'll pay attention to the top center part of the screen, you could just see my car in the edge of the frame. There's her car. You can see the impact to my car. Headlights and the license plate moves as she pulls in. She was actually reversing up an active lane in the street. She's reversing against traffic. She probably didn't see us because her car was full of trash.
Just a second.
There she is, grabbing my arm as I'm telling her I'm going to call the cops. Take a picture of her face. She's flipping out because I think she's going to bounce. And she's waddling back to her car.
Listen to me. I don't need your
No problem,
assistance
Your Honor, sorry.
in looking at a video.
I'm just trying to keep my distance at this point, Your Honor.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's play it again. Watch it carefully, Ms. Grifal. See his car move? Did you see his car move?
Yes,
you
ma'am.
want to watch it again? Okay.
Yes.
So you hit his car.
Apparently from this video.
So you hit his car.
No, I did not hit his car.
Okay, let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. I want you to walk right up there.
Right.
Walk right up. So you. I can see it from here. I'm a little younger than you are.
I can see it from
I
here.
could see that you hit his car
I can
unless
see it.
some angel went and moved his car.
Okay.
See his car
yes,
move?
I see that. Yes, I do.
Good. Very good. Now you can go back. Can I see an estimate for the damage to the car, please?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Photographs first.
Here, sir.
Photographs. But the way that the damage was done, there's no way I could have done that damage because I backed up straight back.
No,
His
that's
damage is done on the side of the car.
Listen to me carefully. I saw where you hit him. You hit him on the bumper.
Correct. That's all I did was hit him on the He's in the dent is on the left side of the car.
Just a second. Did you hear what I said?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not stupid.
No, I know.
You hit him on his bumper.
Correct.
Ma'am, she actually hit me on the on the driver's side fender. The impact from her right rear bumper left 2 marks in the side of the car that are exactly the same color and the same positioning on her car. I have better photos on my phone if they're hard
I'd
to
like
see.
to see them.
Surely.
Would you play that for me again, please?
You can actually still see both my headlights.
Okay, so what you're telling me is you can see both your headlights at the time of the impact,
Correct.
which means she hit you
means she hit
on
me
the
on the
side.
side.
I'll look with that in mind.
Absolutely, ma'am.
I see what you mean.
You
I
see
got
what-
it.
Yeah.
I got it.
It's pretty obvious, Your Honor. She
I
hit the
got
car.
it. Okay. What kind of car is this?
It's a Mazda Miata. It's
Little
my
one.
girlfriend's first car. I bought it for her. We moved from the East Coast. She's from the Five
TMI.
Boroughs. Yep.
What? What's the matter?
TMI.
It's going to cost him $4,200 to fix his car. That you're going to pay for. No insurance?
I had insurance, yes.
Did you use your insurance?
My insurance was liability only, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Now we're going to deal with.
Go ahead,
Now
I'm sorry.
Now we're going to deal with your counterclaim.
Yes.
I read your answer, and in your answer you said, I did not hit his car and therefore was leaving to go into the store to do my shopping. Well, you did hit his car, and therefore, by leaving the scene of an accident, depending upon the cost of the repair, it could either be a misdemeanor or a felony, right?
Correct.
And I believe that the victim of that, either misdemeanor or felony, has a right to hold you until the police arrive. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Great.
Not physically, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Your Honor, I
Oh,
never
just a
touched this
second.
woman.
I didn't know
Just a second. Yes, they do. Let us assume, who is this person?
This is my boyfriend.
This is your boyfriend. Let's put your hand down. I didn't ask you anything.
Sorry.
Let's assume you're walking with your boyfriend, and some kid comes up from behind and grabs the necklace that you're wearing and starts to run. And your boyfriend grabs the kid by the neck, and while he's holding the kid, you call 911 and say, I was just robbed. My boyfriend is holding the person who just robbed me. You think he has a right to do that?
Yes.
Yes, of course. Because he witnessed a crime being committed.
Correct.
Right? And the perpetrator of that crime was fleeing.
Right.
You were fleeing the scene of an accident that you caused. The victim of that crime, the owner of the car, has a right to hold you until the police arrive so that you don't disappear. Got it?
Got it.
Your counterclaim's dismissed. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $4,200. Ms. Pickrell, you rented a room in an apartment that was either owned or rented by the defendants. And it is your claim that it didn't work out, but it didn't work out in a sort of uncross your arms. It didn't work out in an almost unseemly way. And you were told to leave the apartment. You had already paid your rent for the month of May. Were the authorities called?
Yes, the authorities were called on the 23rd until
of May.
Until the 27th of May. Every day until I was forced out of the residence.
Okay. And what you want is you want your rent back because you had already paid June's rent?
Yes, correct.
And what was the rent they were charging you for the room?
$650 for the room.
When had you moved in? In what month?
I moved in March 1st, 2015.
So March was okay?
Yes, March was fine.
And then you moved your boyfriend in?
Yes, he is staying there.
But with their permission, they charged him an extra $100 a month for increased utilities.
Yes.
When did you move your boyfriend in?
He moved in towards the middle of March, and
then they accepted your rent for April?
Yes.
Is it correct that you accepted her rent for April?
Yes.
That's either a yes or a no.
No.
He says yes, you say no. You want to discuss it with each other?
Because she has the dates wrong. She moved in April, not March.
Could you please answer my question? Did she pay April's rent?
Yes.
Yeah, she paid the first rent.
Did you?
That's the month she moved in.
I'm only going to listen to one of you. Who's going to tell me the truth? Figure it out.
Lord, if you're getting the dates wrong, you can say yes.
She paid April's rent, which you accepted, $650.
Yes.
And she paid May's rent,
Yes.
$650.
Yes.
And did she pay April's rent by check or cash?
Check.
And did she pay May's rent by check or cash?
Check.
Check. And did she pay June's rent?
No.
You have check to show me for June?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it.
It was not a rent for the month. It was a deposit, security deposit. I clearly explained that to her from the beginning.
I don't care what you explained. I want to see the check.
Okay.
I have all three right here, Your Honor.
May I see them, please?
This does state that it was last month. I gave it.
Can I just see what you have? Perfect. Well, April 3rd, you have $500 for rent, okay? Then it went up to $650. Is that because the boyfriend moved in?
That's because I gave her the $150 in cash. I only have the check for the $500 for the last month.
Okay. So you have March 31st, and March 31st was for
April.
April?
Yes.
And then I have April 3rd. Why would you pay her March 31st and then April 3rd?
That was a security deposit.
I'm
sorry.
It's because she wanted an additional $650 for her last month's rent in case anything was to come up, and that's that check.
Or for security. Doesn't
Yes.
make any difference. Perfect. And then I have on May 1st, but what I don't have is June. Where is June?
June is right.
You could either have June or you can have this as security deposit. Which was it? It can't be June.
Security deposit was not $650. She added $150, and that's what I did give her in cash. That's
fine.
rent.
But so you did not pay June's rent?
I did, and I wrote last month's. In the memo, I wrote last month.
Either you paid security or you paid last month's rent.
I paid last month's rent.
Okay, fine. You paid last month's rent when you first moved in. Is that what you're telling me? Is that how you evaluated it? That you paid last month's rent when you first moved in? You paid no security deposit?
I paid last month's rent in the middle, and that was April 3rd, because she wanted to bring that up in the middle.
You can't have it both ways. Either you paid last month's rent or you paid security deposit. Which one was it?
Last month's rent.
Fine. So there's no security deposit. Now, and you moved out in May. So you want your 1 month's rent back, which is $650.
Correct.
There's a claim here for filing a false restraining order against you. Is that correct?
Yes.
But you all went to mediation with regard to that. Am I also correct?
Yes.
And you resolved that case with a mediator. Is that also correct?
Yes.
So I'm not entertaining that unless they filed another restraining order against you. Did they?
No.
So that case is resolved. The next part of the case that I'm going to entertain is your property. Now, when you moved in, what property did you move in with?
I moved in a queen-size bed.
Okay. Where is her bed?
Moved everything out.
She took it with her.
She took it with her. How did she take it with her?
She was moving out for 2 days.
She had 2 days. She took
That's
2
not
days to
correct,
move all
Your
her
Honor.
stuff out.
Okay.
He helped her.
I even helped her.
I have a video of them forcing me out, Your Honor, if I could play it.
Yeah, after her sister barged in her apartment.
Absolutely. I would like to see
And
it.
broke everything and beat him up.
Listen to me. I don't see a counterclaim here. I'm going to look at the video. He says he helped her move. Just a second. Tell me on what date this video was taken.
This was May 27th, and this was around 8:30 p.m.
On what date do you claim you helped her move her stuff out? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him. On what date do you claim you move her things out? What date?
I don't remember exactly.
I want you to remember exactly. We're not talking about something that happened 20 years ago. On what date did you help her move her things out?
It was a year ago.
Last year. It was.
Remember the day of the week, Marnie. Remember the day of the week.
It was
Remember
a
what
Tuesday.
happened exactly.
It was a Tuesday.
Okay, let's see.
Your Honor, I do have a receipt here. The police advised me to purchase a new doorknob with a lock.
Don't tell me what the police advised you. Okay.
Sorry.
Well, shortly after that you moved out. Did you move out that day?
That night, I was physically forced out.
Okay. Did you ever go back to the apartment?
I went back on May 29th with a police escort to retrieve my belongings, and they served me with a temporary restraining order and said the room was empty.
Okay, fine. Very good. Uncross your arms.
I'm not feeling good.
Okay, then you can sit down. On what day were you served a protective order?
It was like the following day after she left.
Do you remember the police coming back to your house with her on the 20th?
Yeah, she came. Sorry.
Do you remember the police coming back to your house with her?
Yes.
Do you remember the police going through the apartment and her room?
Yeah, they went in.
Easy to verify with the precinct. Was it before the police came or after the police left or while they were there that you helped her move out her bed? Look at me.
It was before.
It was before. So
Yeah,
it was,
it was 2 days.
So it was between the 27th when that scuffle went on and she left the apartment and the 29th. So it had to be the 28th.
Yes.
It had to be the 28th that you say you were helpful with her and helped her move her property out. I just want to understand that that's what you're telling me. It's a good thing she sat down.
Yeah.
She would have been falling down. You see, if she was standing up next to you, then maybe you would have some support. So let me see what you want me to believe. You want me to believe that you had this sort of scuffle with her, that you filed a protective order against her because of this, so that she could not come back to the residence. But the next day, she came back to the residence on the 28th.
No, I'm sorry.
No. Sit. No.
You have
Sit.
not let us talk.
Did you hear what I said? I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3.
No, I'm sorry, but you're not letting us talk. This is not even what happened. You got all the You have all the dates wrong, everything wrong.
Out. You want to sit down and be quiet?
Okay, believe whatever you want.
Perfect. Now, your answer. I'm not even dealing with her complaint. Your answer talks about all the dates, those 27th, 28th. So you want me to believe that after this kerfuffle, which occurred on the 27th of May, and the police came back on the 29th, I assume that you have a report that they went with you?
Yes.
May I see it? That in between those 2 days, you, being the nice guy that you are, helped her move her furniture out of the room. That's what you want me to believe?
Yes, I helped her move her stuff. I never threw any of her stuff away.
You may not have. Now, Mr. Torres, whether the $650 was the last month's rent, which was June, or security deposit, you do not have a counterclaim, which means that there is no claim made by you that there was any damage caused by her to the house, to the apartment.
Yeah, we do. We got the evidence right here.
Just a second.
We got all the pictures.
Just a second. Hand down. I don't have a counterclaim, sir. I don't care what you have there. There is no counterclaim here for damage.
Well, what is a counterclaim?
We just wanted her out. We didn't want nothing to do with her.
We don't ever see her again.
We just wanted her out,
please.
Sure. Can I just ask for 5 minutes?
Put her out.
2 minutes.
Put her out.
Want to say?
Put her out.
Explain her
Put her
story
out.
for 2 minutes because I feel like you're
Out.
manipulating.
Out.
You're manipulating
Out.
the situation
Out.
with your questions.
Out.
Come this way.
This is ridiculous.
You have no counterclaim for any damage, which you would have had to have served her to say she's not due back the $650, which we're claiming a security deposit because she caused damage to her room that we are going to be responsible for. You did not file that against her. Therefore, she's entitled to her rent/security deposit back because she lived there a certain amount of months.
She never signed anything, though. We had a verbal agreement where she had a cat that she didn't even have a pet deposit for.
Mr. Torres, listen to me carefully, sir. Counterclaim.
We're taking it out of her security.
You did not take it out of her security deposit because no court said you could take it out of her security deposit. That's what we're here for. And since you didn't file a counterclaim, she's entitled to her $650 back. Now the only thing that I have to determine is whether I believe she got all of her property back.
Your Honor.
What?
I do have a receipt that shows at 3:22 on May 27th, I purchased a whole new doorknob and lock.
I don't care. I told you before I don't care about the doorknob and lock. All I care about is the furniture. Now the question is, when you went to mediation on the protective order, did the mediator discuss your furniture?
No, they did not discuss my furniture.
Why?
They said I should proceed with that in small claims court.
With regard to your furniture?
Yes, with my property.
Furniture. All I'm interested in is furniture.
Furniture, yes.
You left, your sister was there, there were certain things that were packed in her car. As far as I'm concerned, that's all I care. Your sister came over that night and packed things in her car, but she didn't pack your bed in your car.
No.
Now, did you get your bed back?
No, I did not.
What other furniture didn't you get back?
It was my bed. I had this little desk and also it wasn't furniture. The rest was just clothing and bathroom
Just the
belongings.
bed and the desk?
Yes.
Where'd you get the bed from?
I got the bed from a family friend. She gave me a bed, so I don't have a receipt.
Fine, and the desk?
A family friend, too.
Great. Okay. You owe us $650. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You had a sister. Your sister lived in California. You and your wife lived in Florida. Your sister became ill, and she was diagnosed with cancer. You and your wife relocated from Florida. Are you retired?
No, not retired.
Did you get a new job in California?
My wife is a contractor, so we move around quite a bit.
So you came to California and you had another project
Correct.
in California. Okay. And how long was that project for?
It's ongoing still.
So you moved to California because you had a new project.
Correct.
Okay, well, then this is sort of misleading, Mr. Riley. I'll get to the whole thing. This is probably going to be more interesting than I even thought it was going to be. This is a situation. Your sister was sick in California. You came to California. You led me to believe in your complaint that you and your wife gave up your life in Florida to come to California to minister to your ill sister. That's what I get from. That's what I got from your complaint.
Very much true.
Now it appears that you have a contracting job, and even though your sister is no longer with us, that contracting job is ongoing because that's what you and your wife do. So it was probably a combination of both things. In any event, you came to California with your wife for a job, which you're still doing, and you're still living in California.
Yes.
Still living in California,
Still in
even though your sister's not here anymore.
Correct.
Right.
We're from California originally.
It doesn't matter. I was just misled by the complaint. Maybe it was my own silly misreading
I'd
of
love
it.
to clarify if I could.
They saw
But
work here.
I didn't ask you a question.
Sorry. Sorry, Your Honor.
In any event, your sister was here. She came to live with you for a while. She was ill. She was getting treatment while you were in California. And you are her closest living relative.
Yes.
Closest biological living relative.
No. Physically close, yes. Biologically, we have 6 siblings.
Oh, but she didn't live with any of the other
No,
siblings.
she lived by herself until she lived with us.
She was a single lady,
Correct.
no children.
Never married, no kids.
And the defendant is her cousin.
Correct.
So you took care of her, drove her to her doctor's appointments, did whatever had to be done. Sister
For
passes.
months, I may add. For months.
Years. Months, years,
Just so you know.
whatever. For months. You did all of those things, and your sister unfortunately succumbed to cancer. She passed away, and when her will was read, to your surprise, you were not made beneficiary of any part of the estate. Her entire estate went to her cousin, Miss Wells, as the beneficiary, but your sister did a double whammy. She made you the trustee.
Correct.
Okay. And that, I assume, Mr. Riley, if you and I are being honest with each other, was both irritating to you and probably to your wife, who was very anxious to talk to me before.
No.
Yeah.
Not really.
It wasn't irritating.
It was irritating, but not for the reasons you say. It was not monetarily driven. I care for my sister.
I understand.
It was a surprise. It's always just
It was
a surprise.
It was a surprise. In any event, there was ongoing acrimony between you and Miss Wells. That is clear from both your complaint and her answer. But this is what your complaint is about, because it's the only thing that your complaint can be about. You ultimately turned over the trust to Miss Wells because you didn't want to be involved in it anymore.
No, not
There
true.
had been-
Not true. She didn't like the way I was handling the trust, and she
Right. She
stripped
didn't
me of my
like as
trustee duties.
beneficiary the way you were handling the trust. And she said in her mind you were dissipating the trust. And since she was the beneficiary of the trust and a together person, she said, I can take care of this myself and I'll spend the money differently.
With 3 different attorneys, by the way.
Doesn't matter.
6 months.
Doesn't matter.
That's me.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Do you see? What you're doing now is demonstrating just how irritated you
I'm
still
sorry.
are.
I get emotional about my sister's death still. I'm sorry.
Well, this isn't about your sister's death. This is about money.
Okay.
If you were emotional about your sister's death, then you would have said, you know, my sister died. She knew how she felt. It was her money. She felt, for whatever reason, either close to Miss Wells or she felt that Miss Wells needed the money more than you did, that you and your wife were doing okay. For whatever reason, it was her money. That's what she decided to do with it. So
Absolutely.
when people pass away, whether it be a parent or a grandparent or whatever, and you as a relative don't think that you're getting the appropriate love from the deceased by way of monetary reward, it's irritating. Happens all the time. And you're not unusual for that.
But that's
But this is what you're not unusual for that. But this is what your case is about.
It's not.
After
Sorry.
Miss Wells took over the trust and finally got into the condo that was very much in dispute, she found that there were certain things missing from the condo. And as a result of that, she notified the insurance company because evidently your sister had had homeowners insurance. She found laptop missing. She found someone had purposely damaged a sleep member bed.
I really want to speak to that if you let me.
Just a second. No. Whatever it is, she found certain things missing in her mind. And she made a complaint to the insurance company, filed a claim with the insurance company, who did it, as they have to, an investigation before they pay out a complaint. And when you call the adjuster who is going to examine your complaint, what she did, and I assume she did make a police report.
Yes, indeed. Name me as culprit.
Okay. Can I see a copy of that police report?
No, because I don't have a copy. Do you have a copy?
I do have a copy.
May I see it?
You were denied a copy?
I was denied a copy because I was the culprit.
Put her out. She's annoying me. She doesn't learn. Not a free-for-all. It's an out.
Come on.
Oh, I beg
It's
your
an
pardon.
outie.
Pardon me. Thank you.
No, you can stay.
Thank you. Sorry, Your Honor.
Forgive me, Your Honor. It's very difficult to find, but I do have it. Here it is.
Give it to Officer Byrd, please.
May I ask what date that was filed?
Okay. So what she says in this Sheriff's Department report, have you seen it?
I have not.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you what it says.
I appreciate that.
It says she inherited the apartment from her cousin who passed away. Prior to moving in, she says where she lived, and she had seen photos of the apartment, she the defendant, and its contents, and through email exchanges prior to her cousin's passing away. On May 26, 2016, Anna moved to the apartment.
Sorry, when?
She looked around on May 26, 2016.
Your Honor,
That's
may
what
I
it-
correct that? I didn't move
I'm reading, listen to me, don't correct anything. I'm reading to him what the police report says.
Yes.
If it said something and it wasn't accurate, you should have corrected it at the time.
Oh, yes.
On May 26, 2016, Anna moved to the apartment. She looked around and inventoried the items in the apartment. She saw items were missing from the apartment that she had previously seen in photos. She believes another cousin of hers, Thomas Riley, who had access to the apartment prior to Anna's arrival, entered and damaged the mattress on the bed by cutting out a portion of it with an unknown object.
She's lying.
She also believes he took various other items from the apartment. She does not know for certain if Thomas took the items or damaged the mattress, but she stated she was in a battle with Thomas over being appointed trustee of her cousin's estate. Anna did not desire prosecution and did not want Thomas contacted over the matter. She stated Thomas is emotionally unstable and did not want to aggravate him.
Right.
Anna wanted the matter documented for insurance purposes.
If I may.
You don't have to. I'm formulating a picture. Do you understand?
I understand.
And as very often happens in a legal landscape, the landscape is changing, Mr. Riley.
True.
And it's changing in your favor, sir.
Okay.
Now you got a windfall. You inherited this apartment and whatever money was left in the estate, if there was any. If it had happened to me, I wouldn't have looked at draperies, 2 sets, 92 inches, $650. Sleep number bed, king size, model 1, $6,000. Moen brand shower heads, $2,000. A Galaxy Pro Tab. Dishes, $350. Bissell Pro Heat Steam for the floor. White bleach cruiser bicycle. A purse for $1,000. How much in total did you get from the insurance company?
$16,000, Your Honor. I have.
Just a second. $16,000.
Yes, Your Honor.
None of which, actually, you paid for.
Correct. Yes.
All of which your cousin paid for.
Yes, correct.
Yes, correct. And the single most expensive item was a sleep number bed.
Correct.
And you gained access to the apartment in May of 2016. I said gained access to the apartment. That's what it says in the police report. It says Anna moved to the apartment.
Your Honor, was the first time I was ever at the apartment.
June?
June 24th.
June 24th. This is my problem with you. Yeah.
Yes.
You're getting ready for the problem.
No, I can explain.
No, you can't. There is no way you can explain it to me. Because if I came in and I found all of those things missing and found the $6,000 bed destroyed, I would have made a police report that day.
Your Honor,
Just a second. I would have made a police report that day. You made a police report 2 months later and were very, very clear that you were making the police report for insurance purposes only. Made it very clear to the police.
Your Honor, I can explain the dates. I didn't understand that I had to make the report from that location. I left because I had appointments and I was working full-time.
How old are you?
Well, hate to say,
listen,
I'm old enough. I'm old enough.
Nothing that you can say to me, Zippo, that you can say to me after being involved with him for an extended period of time in a contentious situation, that if you walked into the apartment and you found somebody had taken a knife to a $6,000 bed, that you wouldn't have called the police right away. Right away.
I called my attorney. Actually, I was on the phone with my attorney, and she told me.
Don't tell
take
me
a
what
picture.
she told you. Listen to me. I'm not interested in what she told you. That's hearsay. There is no way that you would not have made a police report. Now, what is his case about? His case is about the following. As a result of you making this statement, and in order to clear his name with the insurance company, because the insurance company paid you.
Yes. You wanted to collect from me.
That's why you hired the attorney. I understand. I said the landscape is changing. The landscape is changing. Do you understand?
I do. I'm sorry.
Your Honor, the insurance company told me to take my time in making the report.
Just a second. Don't tell me what the insurance company told you. That's hearsay. Second,
Yes.
because I heard you, I don't believe you.
No, I had to investigate and get all of the pictures.
I don't believe you. Let's be clear.
Okay.
I don't believe you. So you paid $800 for
to my
legal
attorney.
fees. You have a copy of the bill.
I do.
I'd like to take a look
Your
at
Honor,
it.
I have pictures to show the
Speak not.
condo.
Speak not. Police report. The day you found it. Not interested in your pictures. Not interested in your request for $2 more thousand
When I
for
called
the
the
deductible.
department.
Not interested.
Okay.
Did you sell the condo?
Yes, I had to.
Don't tell me had to. Did you sell the condo?
I sold the condo, yes.
Okay, let's see. You sold the condo for how much?
$4,075.
407.
The net was $120.
So you got 100. Shh.
Yes.
Don't speak. You got $120,000.
Yes. And I had and
just-
to that point, I had paid $75,000 in mortgage fees, HOA fees, late fees,
Great.
interest,
so you still are
insurance,
$75,000.
utilities.
Hey, you're still $75,000 in the plus column.
Yes.
Plus $16,000 from insurance.
Yes.
I know exactly what happened. $800. Judgment for the plaintiff. Your counterclaim is dismissed. We're done.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Campos, what do you do for a living?
I'm a lawyer.
Where?
San Antonio, Texas. Hope you don't use that against me.
No, I'm going to hold your lawsuit against you because it's stupid.
Well, to me, it's personal, and if you got a bad haircut, I'm sure you would be happy.
It's stupid. Your lawsuit's stupid. And I actually am surprised. I didn't know what you did for a living, so I'm actually surprised that you acknowledge that you were a lawyer. I would have thought that a lawyer had more respect for courts than to bring this kind of lawsuit, which I'm going to outline very briefly. You went to the defendant to have your hair cut. Whatever hair you have left, you wanted to have cut. And she cut your hair too short, so you're suing her for $5,000. Now, that's a ridiculous lawsuit. It's a ridiculous waste of judicial time. Only thing is, this is a television courtroom, so we actually have fun doing sometimes ridiculous cases, which I'm sure is the reason you came here.
Well, no, in America, we entitle different
Just a
opinions.
second. Listen to me. Mr. Campos, this is not an audition, and I've already got the job. Got it?
Got it.
Did you pay for the haircut?
Yes, I did.
How much did you pay for the hair?
$10.
And when you paid the $10, she had already cut your hair.
Yes, she had shaved my head.
Just a second. She had already cut your hair.
Yes.
And when did you get this short haircut?
It was a couple of days before Christmas, about December 21st.
And right now we're 3 months later, and is this the usual length of your hair?
Yes, it is. Shaved my head.
Great. Now you're going to show me a picture of what your head looked like after the defendant cut your hair. Okay. She gave you a very short haircut. It's not shaven, but it's very, very short.
It wasn't a haircut, it was a shave.
Impossible. Did you use a razor on his head? No, of course not. That's not a razor.
And ma'am,
Sam Jackson's hair is cut with a razor.
No, ma'am.
No.
I didn't accuse her of using
Just
a razor. I did an electric shaver is what she used.
Right. That's fine.
Your Honor.
Okay, just a second. Not necessary. And it took probably about 3 weeks for your hair to grow out.
Your opinion, I don't know, maybe a month.
Whatever. It took a month for your hair to grow out. And were you working during that time, Mr. Campos?
No,
that's just a second. Were you working? That's a yes or a no during that month.
Well, I'm self-employed, so some days I work, some days I don't. Yes, I was working.
The answer you were working, and you didn't work over the Christmas holidays.
I wasn't claiming lost wages.
Mr. Campos, it's not an audition, sir.
I'm not auditioning. I'm just responding to what you say.
I don't think you're cute.
I'm not trying to be cute.
Great.
You're
Good.
trying to be cute.
Good.
You are cute.
Mr. Campos, you are absolutely correct. That's why I have the job, and you get $10, and that's the judgment of the court. Goodbye.
You don't want to hear
done.
the facts?
We're done. Ms. Griffin, it is your claim that the defendant who you had hired on several occasions to do hair straightening for you straightened your hair the last time, and as a result of straightening your hair, you lost some hair, and you want to be compensated for that to the tune of $5,000. She says that she used the same product on you each of the 3 times you came to her salon, that the reason, in all probability, that you suffered hair loss is that you had your hair braided in between the second and third treatment that you had. And she has indicated that she has proof that you had hair braiding done between those 2 times, probably why you suffered hair loss. I assume that neither of you have a doctor or an expert here. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, the first time you went to the defendant's salon was on what date to have hair straightened?
Approximately June the 23rd.
Of what year?
2016.
And when was the second time?
August 17th.
How long have you been going to her salon?
Since June of 20.
In June of 2016, was that the first time you had had your hair straightened?
Approximately for 3 years prior to that.
So you had had your hair straightened 3 years before?
Yes.
At what salon?
Her salon.
How many times?
Maybe 10.
And then you stopped for 3 years?
Yes.
Why?
Her prices were high, and I wanted to go natural.
But then you went back?
Yes.
Because for the 10 times she had done it, you were satisfied?
Yes.
When was the third time you had it done?
Approximately October the 20th.
Between June 21st and October 20th, did you have your hair braided?
No.
Did you have any other process done to your hair?
Shampoo and wash only.
Where?
At Plaza Salon.
When was that?
Approximately September the 4th, I did the first roller set.
So it wasn't just a shampoo. You had your hair set
with rollers.
Shampooed and set. Mm-hmm. And when was the next time you had your hair shampooed and set at the Plaza Salon?
Approximately November the 5th.
And when for the first time did you complain to the defendant that you were having trouble with hair loss? On what date?
Approximately December the 18th to the 20th, somewhere around there of 2016.
So let me understand this. You had your hair relaxed for the third and final time.
Yes.
October 20th, October to November, November to December. So 2 months later was the first time that you complained to her that you were having hair loss problems.
That's when I called her because of the way. Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
And in between that time, you went to another salon.
Early part of November.
Did you go back, just for my own curiosity, did you go back to the other salon after November 5th?
No.
Why not?
I usually go to the salon when I have something major going on. I had a baby shower that weekend. That's why I went and got the roller set. After that, I didn't have any major engagements to go to. So I put it in a ponytail, and that's how I wore it for up until I started coming out really bad. I couldn't tell how it was coming out because it was in a ponytail. And when I combed it, I could just see hair coming out.
What else do you have to tell me?
That the product that she used, she stated I only had to have a relaxer every 2 months. But the last relaxer in October that she gave me was different. The way she put it in my hair, she kept combing it, asking me, was it burning? And she never did that the prior 2 times. And the hair started coming out because I needed to have a relaxer before the 2 months. I needed it within 4 to 6 weeks, not the 2 months, because it was different.
You have no case. You have no case.
Okay.
This is what I'm getting. You went to the defendant 10 times and you were satisfied. Then you stopped. You didn't go back for 3 years. Then you went back in June. You were perfectly satisfied. You went back in August. You were perfectly satisfied. You went back in October. You were perfectly satisfied. In between those dates, you went to another salon and had other work done on your hair.
No chemicals.
Yep. I don't care whether they were chemicals or not, but for 2 months. 2 months. I mean, if you were talking about, and I have never had my hair relaxed. I never had any reason to do that. But I know what having a perm is, because we used to get those as kids. We used to give each other perms, and there were times when I got them. So that's a chemical that you put on your hair, very similar to a relaxer. It just goes the other way. One makes it curly, one makes it straight. If your hair gets burnt and your scalp gets burnt, you know it right away, not 2 months later. Somebody puts something on your scalp to relax your hair or to curl your hair and it burns. You know it burns right away. The same way color burns. If someone puts color on your hair and you're allergic to that color, you're going to know it right away, not 2 months later. Unless you have an expert witness to testify that it could take 2 months to show hair loss from a chemical burn. That's what we're talking about.
It didn't take 2 months. It took that for all of my hair to come out. It was coming out as the time went on.
You took 2 months because that's the first time you called her. And she would have to be a psychic to know that you were having hair trouble before you called her. To me, if I went in to have a perm or color and my hair was burned, I would call the next day and I would say, gee, my scalp is burning, it's itching, it's on fire, something is wrong that you put on my hair. But you didn't have any of that. And you went and had your hair shampooed and rollered without any complaint. So you have no case. Now, on the flip side of that, you have a counterclaim.
I do.
And I'd like to see what the counterclaim is. You say that she slandered your business.
She's been slandering me. I am a master educator, stylist, also.
I want to see physically what you are complaining about.
Okay. Well,
what
here's
she
a letter
said
from PBS. She's just going around the city. Just,
well, I don't.
It stops sales and business.
Well, I don't know that. And you have no evidence of any. I just would like to see it. What is this?
Well, he is the owner of the salon. So when he got the information.
Listen to me.
From other.
This is hearsay. It's not admissible. You want to show me slander? You show me something that she wrote, someplace that she published something that was untrue about you. I'll be more than happy to see it.
She blocked me from her Facebook.
Well, then I can't help you, Miss Childers.
Well, that's it. She's been slandering my name. I don't
know
it.
that.
I know. I understand what you're saying.
You know, just because you say it doesn't make it true. Just because she says that
so
you burned her, it doesn't make it true. What? Tell me your name.
Marie Adams.
Miss Adams, how do you know her?
I've been getting my hair done by Cola since 2006.
Okay. And do you know Miss Griffin?
No, I don't.
Have you ever met her before today?
No, I haven't.
What is she going to testify to? She's never met her and she doesn't know her.
It's all over that Diane.
We're done. You need proof. You need a witness that heard her say something. You need something that she published for people to read. This is hearsay. This is from somebody who you could have brought instead of her, right?
It couldn't come.
I guess so. Okay, we're done. Thank you. You have no case against her, madam, because you have no proof that anything that she did to you caused your hair loss. None. And she doesn't have any proof of slander, although in all probability you've been going around telling people that your hair came out because of something she did, but she had no proof of that. Okay, wait. Thank you. Now, when you lived together for these 18 months, when he moved in, how old was the child that you have together?
She was not born yet. She was born.
So you conceived that child during the 18-month period?
That is correct.
Which means that you lived together as a couple.
Correct.
I'm not interested in his piece of the rent. Do you understand? Do we have anything else? Late fees for what?
It was a debit card that I had that was blocked, and I had to have it reordered due to the fact that someone was calling in using my information, including my PIN number.
What month?
The later month of July, early August.
That was after you had already broken up?
Yes.
Okay, did you do that?
No, ma'am.
So you didn't use her credit card after the two of you split up?
No, I had no access to it.
Okay, prove it to me, Ms. Hazel. Prove to me that he used your credit card, your debit card, after the two of you broke up. I don't care what happened before. You were living as a family. After you broke up, after July.
After July, I The only thing that I have is showing that my particular debit card was compromised.
I need proof that he did it. He says he didn't.
Unfortunately.
Okay, so you have no case. So your case is dismissed. Now he has a counterclaim. He has a counterclaim for an unpaid loan. Now let's deal with an unpaid loan. This is what I'm getting from your papers, Mr. Holliday.
Yes, ma'am.
Of an unpaid loan. You borrowed money from your aunt.
Yes, ma'am.
And gave that money to the plaintiff because there were outstanding bills.
Well, it was at the time that when they was going to court because the landlord was subleasing it out.
Listen to me. Was that while you were still living together?
No, ma'am.
It's not. You had already moved out.
No, it was actually on the tail end of it, right before she...
Just to answer my question, sir.
No, ma'am.
Were you still living together when you gave her the $1,000?
No, ma'am.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Then I want you to tell me about this $1,000. He's out of the house. You say, I kicked him out of the house in July.
Yes.
Okay. So?
Okay.
You gave her $1,000?
So, Your Honor, basically what was going on is I needed help. I just basically needed him to, I asked him to pray for me at first.
Just a second. You said in your complaint that you kicked him out of the house in July because you had enough of him, you had enough of, he finally got a job, they garnished his wages for child support because he had a child support order that he wasn't paying, so they garnished his wages. According to your complaint, I'm going to read it to you. When they became a source of conflict in our relationship, he wasn't contributing. I finally had enough and told him he needed to pay all the rent he owed me or get out. He accused me of cheating on him. That was the last straw. I kicked him out of the apartment.
Correct.
How come he gave you money?
Due to the fact that we have a daughter together, and he actually moved back in with his parents. So he couldn't help as far as making sure that our daughter had a shelter. So I'm the only one that could be able to provide our daughter with a shelter. So to help out with what was going on, he actually ended up giving me $1,000 in which I used towards the rent to be able to remain in the home that I'm currently living at.
Do you work?
I am an
The answer is yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
In
July.
In July. Tell me about it. That's your counterclaim.
Basically, she
Not basically. I don't want
She was telling me that, far as with the landlord subleasing it out to her and the main landlord came up to an agreement where her and the kids can stay there. She didn't have the money at the time, so I borrowed the money from my aunt and made sure they had a roof over their head. No, I just wanted one, the one that I asked for, because one of the TVs I bought was for her daughter.
Good. And
she just all of a sudden, she just stopped talking to me, period. Didn't want to socialize with me.
I don't want. Okay, now I got it. Okay, well, good. So you gave her $1,000. Pay your aunt back. What's next? You want your 2 TVs back?
No, I just wanted one, the one that I asked for, because one of the TVs I bought was for her daughter.
As a gift?
Yes, ma'am.
And the other one?
It was mine. It was in our room.
Who purchased it?
I did.
With what money?
When I was in a car accident.
What do you mean you were in a car?
I was in a car accident one day going to work, and my settlement ended up coming through when I was out of work. I ended up buying a television for the room.
Do you still have the television?
Yes, I do have that television. It's my television.
Who paid for it?
Mr. Holliday paid for it.
Good. Within 5 days, you'll have an order that you can retrieve your TV. Are we finished here? Good. Thank you very much. We're done. Ms. Sankrant, this used to be your boyfriend. It's not your boyfriend anymore. While he was your boyfriend, the two of you went on holiday together, decided to get matching tattoos. He didn't have any money. You laid out the money for his tattoo.
Yes.
Sometime way after that, he used your credit card to purchase furniture. So there was a loan for furniture for his apartment.
Yes.
He still hadn't paid you for the tattoo, right?
Correct.
Forget about the tattoo. Do you still have the tattoo?
Yes.
Do you still have the tattoo?
Yes, but it's covered.
But what?
It's covered.
It's covered with what?
Writing.
What did it say?
It was a K with the heart, like a king.
It's what?
K with the heart.
With a K with a heart. Is that your name?
No, it was king and then mine was queen.
I really have to get my hearing checked. I swear. God, everybody better go to articulation classes.
That's not going to happen.
Okay, now, you moved into an apartment, you didn't have any furniture. And how did you get furniture?
Correct.
And what did she say?
Ms. Sankaran offered to get, she knew that I didn't have any furniture, so we went to the furniture store and she helped me pick it out, basically.
Okay, great. And do you remember how much it was?
Not off the top of my head, no.
But you were making payments on it.
Not really.
You never made any payments on it?
No.
Never?
No.
Really? When was it purchased? In what month?
I would say September-ish, yeah.
And it was bought on credit?
Yes.
How much was it?
It was $2,235.54.
What kind of work were you doing, Mr. Nichols?
Worked in a factory. I was a machine operator.
Still there?
No.
What are you doing now?
Right now, I'm currently looking for a job.
So you don't have a job?
No.
And what kind of furniture did she buy you?
It was a Serta mattress, king size, and the bed frame, and the TV.
And you have a new girlfriend?
Yes.
Do you watch the TV with your new girlfriend?
Yes.
And you sleep on the mattress and the frame?
Yes.
You think it's right that the plaintiff pay for that?
I mean, it was a gift.
It might have been. I'm just asking you if you think it's right that she pay for it. Now, Miss Sonkrant.
Yes.
When did you and Mr. Nichols break up?
In the beginning of December.
When was the first payment due on the furniture?
What would have been September? October 24th.
Who made that payment?
He made that payment.
Show me.
I only have the bills. I don't have it showing that he paid, but I have evidence of him saying that he was paying me.
I would like to see that.
All these.
Isn't it nice I got rid of the new girlfriend? Just in case you think I'm going to be exceedingly hard on him. I just want you to read some of these emails back and forth.
Okay.
And I want you to tell me whether, based upon these emails, you would buy U.S. savings bonds.
Do they still sell those?
If you have confidence in the country. You told her you were going to pay her for the furniture. Unfortunately, your choice of language was such that the camera operator here can't take a picture of it because you only know how to express yourself using four-letter expletives.
I don't believe. What did I say that I paid her? I told her I was going to pay for it.
Would you show Shakespeare, please, the emails? In the emails is where you told her.
Yeah, man.
Now you see where you told her you were going to pay her?
Yes, I remember those conversations.
Good. $2,235. Judgment for the plaintiff. Good done. How old are you, Miss Telly?
19.
Do you work or go to school?
Both.
Where do you go to school?
Mesa Community College.
Full-time?
Part-time.
And what kind of work do you do?
I work at Starbucks.
Do you live at home or you have?
At home, yes.
And Miss Lewis, you have a daughter, and your daughter and Miss Tully were friends.
Yes, ma'am.
And they had been friends for a long time.
Couple of years.
And she had accompanied you on family vacations before?
Yes, ma'am.
How many times?
This would have been the fourth, so 3 prior to this trip.
And she always paid for her own airfare?
When we flew, correct. Minus one time, I did pay for it one time.
When did you pay for that?
I believe it was a trip to New York.
From where?
Chandler, Arizona. But we fly out of Phoenix Sky
So
Harbor.
it was a long flight.
Yes, ma'am.
Where else did you go with Miss Tully?
California, Your Honor, twice. And then
When you went to California, where did you stay?
Huntington Beach at a condo that I rented.
She paid her own airfare?
There was no airfare, we drove. And I did pay for the gas.
Yes, you have other children other than this daughter?
I do, I have a son.
And did he accompany you on the trip?
He did.
Ever have any difficulty with her before, with expense money, anything else that would have given you cause to pause about inviting
No.
her again?
No.
Okay. This case is about a trip that you all took, a family trip that you took to Hawaii, and Miss Tully was invited to go along. The arrangement was, according to you, that she would take care of her own airfare, which she did, correct? Did you book the tickets?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
And you paid for the tickets on your credit card?
Yes, Your Honor.
And she gave you money in cash to cover her ticket?
Yes, her mother and father did.
You rented a hotel while you were in Hawaii?
Condominium.
Condo. How many bedrooms?
1.
And where did Miss Tully and your daughter sleep?
On the pull-out couch.
So they slept together. So she
Yes.
didn't have her own room, so she...
As well as another friend.
So there was no additional expense?
Correct.
With that. And food, how was that covered?
She was supposed to cover her own food.
Okay. And you brought money with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
How much money did you bring?
About $300.
How long were you going to be away for?
I believe it was 7 days, but we got stuck for an extra day, I believe.
Got stuck because of air?
There was something with the weather flying out of Los Angeles, so we couldn't fly out from Hawaii to Los Angeles to get home.
Is that correct?
No, Your Honor. The trip was a 10-day trip, the 22nd through the 1st, and we did get stuck for 2 extra days, about a day and a half, so it became an 11-and-a-half-day trip.
Now, this lawsuit is all about the fact that your daughter and Miss Tully had a fight, an argument. It's falling out. When did you have that argument?
I believe it was in September.
September of last year?
Yes, Your Honor.
And when was the trip to Hawaii? In what month?
June.
When did it end?
July.
What was the argument about?
I did not want to be friends with
Why?
her daughter anymore.
Why?
Because I did not like the way that I was treated around them.
Like what? What do you mean?
There were just comments that were constantly made about the way that I lived my life and my family and the money that my mother earned, and I just did not want to be a part of it anymore.
And you told, what's Miss Lewis's daughter's name?
Bree.
Where did you have this discussion with her that you didn't want to be friends anymore?
I did not have a discussion with her. I unfollowed her on social media.
That must have been after something happened, Miss Tully.
I just decided that I didn't want to be friends with her. She went away to college and I stayed home for college. We didn't have any contact. We didn't talk.
What happened after you came back from Hawaii?
We talked maybe once or twice because I went out of town with my grandparents and stayed with them for about 3 or 4 weeks and then returned home for school.
During that 3 or 4 week period, did either Miss Lewis or Bree contact you about any money that you owed them?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. What happened after you came back from Hawaii?
We talked maybe once or twice because I went out of town with my grandparents and stayed with them for about 3 or 4 weeks and then returned home for school.
During that 3 or 4 week period, did either Miss Lewis or Bree contact you about any money that you owed them?
No, Your Honor.
On what date did you unfriend her daughter?
I do not remember the exact date.
You remember the month?
I believe it was September. It could have been October, though. I'm not 100% sure, though.
Do you remember?
Yeah, it was in September. September 28th, I believe.
So now I'd like you to tell me, Miss Lewis, what you're suing her for is $375 because you say you went to some events while you were in Hawaii that you purchased tickets for, I don't know, dolphin shows or whatever else you paid for, and she was supposed to pay you back. I want you to show me when the first time was that you requested the return of this money.
I did not request the return of the money first. Irene contacted me because we had already made a discussion about the money and her paying me back, and she did let me know that she was going to Rhode Island with her family, so she wouldn't be able to start working again until she got home. Therefore, she couldn't start making payments until she was working, and I understood that.
Was that in a phone conversation?
A text conversation, correct.
I'd like to see that.
Yes, ma'am.
That makes it easy. Oh.
Is that not what I'm supposed to do? No. She told me to earlier. Sorry. I apologize.
That's okay. Well, you clearly knew before you went to Rhode Island that you owed her some money, because that's what it says here.
Okay.
It's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I didn't. Okay. So we were supposed to go to Hawaii, and I was told.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Okay.
You clearly knew based on this text, hey, I'm heading home from Rhode Island today, so can you send me what I owe you from Hawaii? That's what you wrote to her on Sunday, July 31st.
Okay.
So you clearly knew that you owed her some money. And at some point, she responds on August 10th, I added it together and it was $375. And then you ask her for a breakdown. She gave you a breakdown. And some of it looks legitimate and some of it I can see why you might question.
Okay.
Did you go to a snorkel trip in a luau?
Your
Okay,
Honor.
so that's $125. You don't dispute that. She paid for it, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you did go to see the sea lions.
Yes, Your Honor.
And she paid for that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm taking off $20 for food because that's ridiculous. What's a $25 baggage fee?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. I paid for my baggage.
Okay. What's the $25 baggage fee?
Ma'am, she paid for her baggage one way, not the other way. She couldn't afford it, so she asked me if I'd add it to her total, and I agreed to.
Do you recall that?
I do not, Your Honor.
Well, she does. And what is $25 Yard House? What is that?
She was supposed to pay for her own food at meals out. I did try to make it easier on her because she was the only one that was struggling financially, so I went ahead and bought a lot of groceries at the grocery store and cooked many meals in the condo to save money.
So what is Yard House?
It's a restaurant.
Do you remember the Yard House?
Yes, Your Honor. I remember going to dinner there.
Okay. And did the plaintiff pay for that dinner?
Yes, Your Honor, but my meal was not $25.
what it was. $250. Okay, so you acknowledge that there were certain expenses that you had, and I've taken some off that I actually can't justify. But that's still $250.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay?
Okay.
Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done. Mr. Hazelton, the defendant is your mother, and it is your claim that she had you falsely arrested a little over a year ago for both stealing her property and for assaulting your sister, who tried to intervene and prevent you from taking her television. That's what the case is about. You spent, according to you, 6 days in jail. You finally bailed yourself out, and you want to be compensated for that. That's
That
what
is
the case
correct,
is
Your
about.
Honor.
Okay. Prior to being arrested last year, when you were arrested on your mother's complaint, how many times had you been arrested before?
A bunch.
How many? More than a dozen?
I could say yes.
And were those, at least some of those arrests, drug-related?
No.
Were they alcohol-related?
No.
Were they physically related? Were they assault cases?
Some. But what does that got to pertain to this case?
Everything pertains to this case. Was some of them involving theft?
No.
Was some of them involving trespass?
No.
So they were all involving assault. More than a dozen cases. What I'm gathering now is information. So of the more than a dozen arrests you had, none involved drugs, none involved alcohol, none involved theft, none involved trespass, all involved assault. Is that a yes or a no?
That's a no.
What else do they involve other than assault?
I'm just talking about this case, Your Honor.
I'm talking about who the party. Mr. Hazelton, Officer Byrd tells me that you have had second thoughts about answering the court's questions, and you're asking me to reconsider the dismissal of this case. Is that correct? Mr. Hazelton, Officer Byrd tells me that you have had second thoughts about answering the court's questions, and you're asking me to reconsider the dismissal of this case. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so then let's get back to where I was questioning you before. According to your answers previously, you've been arrested at least a dozen times, none involving drugs. Is that correct?
That is correct.
None involving alcohol.
That is correct.
None involving burglary.
That is correct.
None involving theft.
That is correct.
All involving assault.
That is correct. 3 times. No, my anger gets the best of me.
Well, that's an uncontrollable...
It's an uncontrollable issue.
For which you've been or not been in treatment?
Not.
Is it correct, Ms. Hazelton, that your son never had either a drug or an alcohol problem?
Alcohol.
In October of 2015, Mr. Hazelton, how were you supporting yourself?
By working.
For whom?
Green Star Lawn Maintenance.
How long have you worked for them?
For 38 years off and on.
Are you working for them now?
Yes.
Full time?
Yes.
In the same location?
Yes.
Is that correct?
I think so.
Do you remember on what day you were arrested?
Yeah, I was arrested on May 6, 2015.
Where?
In Henry County.
Is that where you live?
I lived, yes.
What time were you arrested?
About 12:20 in the morning, yeah.
In the morning? And you were at home?
I was at home, right?
And you were arrested on the complaint of your mother and or your sister? Or just your mother?
I was arrested on my mother and sister's complaint stating that I walked in an unlocked door, used the restroom. Upon leaving the restroom, stole the TV out of my mom's room, hit my sister 3 times in the face, and left with the TV.
Okay, you're the sister?
No.
Where is the sister?
She's passed away.
Were you at home that day?
No.
So the sister that you allegedly assaulted is no longer here?
No.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
And I gather from your answer that you were not at home when this took place.
No.
Did you have a conversation with your daughter when you got home?
She was holding an ice.
Just a second. Did you have a conversation with her?
Yes.
At what time did you get home on, it would be the 5th
right.
of May? What time did you get home?
Between probably 9:30 and 9:45, I was playing bingo.
And at that time, Miss Hazelton, who did you live with?
My daughter lived with me.
How old was she?
Let's see.
She was 52.
Shh.
Yeah, she was 50.
She was 50 then?
Yeah.
So when you came home, it was 9:30, 9:45, and tell me first what you saw.
I saw her holding an ice pack on her face, and I asked her what happened. And she said Glenn came here to use the bathroom, so she let him in. And in the process of using the restroom, he came out with my 32-inch TV, and she went to stop him, and he hit her in the face. That's what she told me. And I was only in the house maybe 5 minutes before the police were knocking on the door.
Had your daughter called the police?
Yes.
Okay, so she had called the police before you even got home?
Oh, yes.
Do you have the police report?
No, I don't have that.
Do you have the police
Yes, I do.
report? I'd like to see it, sir.
Okay.
Just the police report. You do know that these reports indicate that you were totally uncooperative, had to be placed in a hood, a spit hood, had to be put in an isolation area.
Excuse me,
Are
Your
you
Honor.
telling me that you were not high on some sort of drug or alcohol that night when they came to your home to arrest you?
Excuse me, Your Honor. Let me first say this.
I asked you a question, Mr. Hazelton. We had
no,
an
I was
agreement.
not high.
We
No, I
had-
was not high. No, I was not on no drugs, okay? My actions speak louder than words. I was arrested, hauled off to jail, ripped out of my bed in my underwear, and you're telling me for a crime I did not commit, how would you react? And the charges were dismissed, not by the judge, by the public defender, the state's attorney, because I didn't steal the TV that my mom said. And my mother sat there and said she's seen me in a while. She hasn't seen me in 7 years. And it's just, or it came out of her in the police report, she states that. And my sister said 2 different signs. She said she came home on an ice pack, but there's no bruises or marks on her. I hit her 3 times. It's all a lie. And why don't they look in her question and call me and ask me, did I do this? They know where I live. You know, they're trying to give me 46 years for this TV. My life is a little more than 46 years, okay? Or acting out in jail or whatever. I didn't do it, and this is the reason I'm suing my mother. I'm out $2,500. I could have gone after her for penal stolen damages.
Your case is dismissed, Mr. Hazelton. You have no case against your mother. We're finished here. Let me understand your case, Miss Wilson. You signed a 1-year lease to rent a room.
That's correct.
In a house where the defendant was living. According to your complaint, she signed the lease and you signed the lease. That was when? In what month and year?
The latter part of April of this year.
And you moved in and gave her a security deposit of how much?
$1,100.
And was that the amount of money you were being charged monthly for the room?
Yes, Your Honor.
Turns out Miss Porter was not the owner of the house. She was a renter. And you were given notice by the owner of the house that the house was being sold and you had to vacate.
Yes, Your Honor.
In what month and year?
June 2018, Your Honor.
When in June did Miss Porter tell you that you had to move?
She notified me by written notice July the 30th.
So you knew in June, but notified her in July?
I notified her 30 days, yes, Your Honor, in July.
And did you, Miss Wilson, pay your rent for May, June, and July?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then you moved out when?
August 9th.
Pursuant to your notification from your landlord?
Absolutely.
And you understood that?
I didn't find out she was moving until she put the note on my door July 30th.
But she said she gave you notice July 30th that you had to be out on August 30th?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Were you out on August 30th?
No, Your Honor.
Were you out on September 30th?
No, Your Honor. I was in litigation with the owner.
You still live there in September?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you pay rent?
No, Your Honor.
Did you live there in October?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you pay rent?
No, Your Honor. I had a case going on with the owner of the house. I didn't know that she wasn't the owner of the house.
Listen to me. I just laid it all out so I understand exactly where you're coming from. Are you still living in the house?
Yes, Your Honor. I have until the end of
November. Did you pay rent in November?
No, Your Honor.
And you're still living there?
Yes, as according to the agreement with the owner.
Listen, Miss Wilson, you see this body has been sitting behind a bench for a very long time. I know exactly what's going on. In your agreement with the owner, did you agree to pay your back rent of September, October, and November?
No,
the answer is no.
No. I had an agreement with her, not the owner. I never even knew there was an owner until August.
Miss Wilson, you're not getting any money. I want you to understand. Zippo, not a penny from her. You already made the owner of the premises take you to court to get you out because you're a squatter, because you lived there September, October, and November, and and you're not paying $1,100 a month to anybody.
She breached an agreement. I thought she was the owner when I
Miss Wilson,
signed that lease.
I don't care what you thought.
A whole year.
Listen to me.
I have the lease right here, Your Honor. She
Miss
signed
Wilson,
a year's lease
you're
with
not-
me,
you're not-
saying that she was the owner.
You're not getting any money. You have to pay rent to somebody. Miss Wilson, you have to pay rent to somebody. So if you're not paying rent to her, then you pay rent to the owner. You don't become a squatter.
Your Honor,
everybody pays rent. You're not getting any money. A Zippo.
The agreement that I have.
A Zippo.
The agreement that I have with the owner,
Nothing.
Honor, says that I don't pay rent.
Listen to me.
I won the agreement with the owner that says I don't have to pay rent as long as I'm out by December the 31st.
I know exactly what you did. I know exactly what you did. You held up the owner and you said, I'm not moving, and you made the owner take you to court, get a lawyer.
That's not true. I didn't have anywhere to go. They kept my money.
Miss Wilson, you had plenty of money. You had $3,300 that you didn't pay in rent for the months of September, October, November that you lived rent-free, unless you can show me you paid somebody for rent.
They wouldn't accept any money, Your Honor.
Goodbye, Miss Wilson. Your case is dismissed. I know exactly what you did.